Who is here? Who is here
I
today?
am.
I am.
Roll
No one is here.
call. Really? Then I'm hearing lots of voices, and they're all about RWBY. And
That's what happens after you watch RWBY too much.
that is what
Right.
happens.
It does tend to happen, yeah.
What's up, party people out there?
What's up?
It's
What's
been
up?
a minute since I've freaking streamed. So first and foremost, hello to all. Second most. Well, wait, foremost, five most. How's the audio out there for everyone? Hope everybody's even. We got tonight, of course, Fatmanfalling, the
Howdy.
Celtic Phoenix.
Hello.
Is it I am Tom Warren or is it Six Slick? Which one would you rather be?
Six Lick Productions, aka Tom. That's fine.
Production, because I always mix them up. It's Sick Slick Productions, even though I know him for like 37 years.
Yeah, no, I've had that something of that kind of handled for over a decade, and people still mess it up.
You
so
just
I'm
gotta
used to
remember
it.
what his baby did to him. Sick Slick. There you go.
Gotcha. And last but not least, my boyfriend. He will always be my boyfriend. I don't care. VEXED.
What up?
Okay.
It's been a while. How you been?
Vex, are you there? You were asked a question.
Can
God.
you hear me? I said,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
up?
Yep,
How about
what
now?
up? Yeah,
How are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you. I can hear
Okay.
well. Everything's good.
Everything's good. Jeez, you're so silent, so careful.
No, I'm multitasking, but I'm good now. I'm done.
Oh,
I'm
nice. All right.
Great.
All right. So I have no idea where to begin. It's been yeah.
With Ruby.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's on
Well,
brand.
Well, probably. I guess we could start with where the episode 6 reaction is for the audience who are like probably wondering.
The episode 6 reaction is in my editing bay.
you
All right.
Yeah.
It's coming. It'll be out. Fingers crossed on time, right? But that'll be a first.
Ironically, it's like the one that everyone's talking about is the one that we're like super duper late on.
Well, no, actually,
we were super
later
duper late on the episode 2 reaction.
Yeah,
Oh,
that one came out literally like an
Like
hour
an hour and a
before.
half before the episode 3 reaction.
Really? Wow.
Because
Oh
like
yeah, no. I've been having the worst computer problems, trying to upgrade my system and get all my settings worked out, and like
that,
ugh.
and Fatman actually puts like love and care into the reactions, where I'm just like, get it out the door.
You
it
do
fast
just
as possible."
you slap it and you just kick it out the door for real.
Yeah, you get them right out there, ready to get watched. Heck yeah.
All right. Let me make sure everything's all set. Who's out there today? Let's see. Let's scroll back a bit.
I see some familiar names.
Very Big Al, Sal Macy, Marcus. Hello.
Sal Manila.
Marcos. Union of X, Wonton, what up? Aiden Blitz, Random Fandom. I'm just scrolling here. Yona, what's up? The anime guy. I haven't seen you in like 2 years. Haven't seen a lot of you in like 2 years.
Did I miss anything with Ruby? Or is it still a slow decaying corpse?
It's getting better.
You just missed one of the greatest.
The
According to
greatest love
fandom, one of
story
the
since
greatest.
Twilight.
Yes. Exactly.
You know what? That's probably about accurate.
Thank you very, very much, anime guy. Yeah, no, it was something no one saw coming. No one.
Yeah.
Not one person.
No, yeah,
John
it came out of
aged.
absolute
He's
no.
older and he's more mature. Yeah, that's what happened. Need I say more about what I really was talking about? Come on.
Yeah, Weiss and her DILF love.
Gilf, not even a Dilf.
And cue the Shiraz.
Thank you.
Yeah, earlier. But I
Mood.
guess Tom switched out a baby for a glass of Shiraz. So.
I was feeding a baby, and then I grabbed a glass of Shiraz
Nice.
because Shiraz is very good wine, and I enjoy it.
I'm sorry. I don't even know your wife, but like I kind of saw like one boob was milk, the other Shiraz. I'm so sorry. That's how my head works. I'm sorry.
No,
Mrs.
no,
Tom,
my wife
I'm
would not do
sorry.
that.
No, it's true.
Damn, she's a keeper.
It's on tap.
She's considered it. I just told her.
All right, so
We're weird. Anyone realize that? We're really weird.
Oh yeah, you
If
kind
you're here
of
for the
have to
first
be.
time, I'm sorry, but welcome.
You have to be weird to be a content creator. That's like part of the contract.
absolutely.
It's true.
Facts.
In general to survive life.
Yeah. Yep. Hmm.
So I'm gonna remind people in the tundra that you guys can ask questions if you want. Are you still riding the high of Sean being a gilf or Bumblebee, whichever, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, I've rewatched the scene a few times. I'm still enjoying it. So
Yeah, so
I mean,
that's actually a
Ironwood
good
was
question.
more Dilfy than Sean, right? Like
Who's
come
more
on.
Dilfy?
If Ironwood in
Oh,
like
of course.
volume 6, yeah.
Of course.
I mean, that just goes.
So
without
it's
saying.
kind of like, yeah, you know, it doesn't exactly compete.
So that's a good question actually. I know you guys haven't seen the reaction yet because
It's not out.
no pressure, Fatman. For realsies.
No pressure at all.
No pressure.
I'm sorry.
But
sorry.
But has any of your opinions changed now that you marinated a little bit? You know, a couple days afterwards.
I can safely say no. My opinion's still about the same.
Yeah, I mean, my opinion wasn't
All right.
extreme when I had it, so it hasn't changed.
My opinion on the episode, I mean, like, it's the exact same opinion, just stronger. It's like, that's really it. It's like, I feel a little more intently about how this episode played out in certain places, but otherwise, still a good episode. Just some minor irritations here and there about certain things.
Yeah, I can't actually remember what it was about, like that you had gripes about, but
We can refine it in a bit. Don't worry. We'll touch on it.
yeah. But Vexed, I was looking. I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I was checking out your channel to see. You know, I wonder if he like left, or if he's still checking it out. Apparently, you're still around. Yes, you're making videos, and you had a couple issues, especially about finding out. You know, Jean was old, and then suddenly Weiss. You know, they did the comedy. I saw your short there.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
I was taken aback.
Yeah.
When I. It's funny because you watch these shows and you want to get emotionally invested in it, and then I almost turned it off.
Really?
Almost
That
paused
got
it
you,
at
huh?
very- Honestly, yes, it did because like, oh, it's the same crap. It's the same show. Like I always knew it was. When he came up, I'm oh wow, this is a very serious
Yeah.
situation. You know, I mean, this older guy, he's old. Just what a terrible situation. I mean,
Yeah.
imagine just waiting there for years. Like it's horrible. It's actually
What
a horrific
what a
thing.
horrible night to have a curse put
And
on you.
before you could even care, they had a little RWBY humor that drop in there where it just comes out of nowhere. I'm like, what? Like,
I mean,
why are you doing that?
that's RWBY for you though. Like
Yeah, it is.
They break up the tension with a lot of dumb humor a lot of the
At
time.
bad times, like that
Yeah.
joke could have came. Like I said, in my stupid little short I put out yesterday when I was just testing out I was testing for the stream, and I ended up just recording a little short.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they could have came later on in the episode would have been fine. After you
Right.
established that John was, in good, decent spirits, but the man just like miserable by himself. And oh, look how
Yeah.
hot he is now. Oh, look at what?
Oh yeah, that's something I hadn't really considered. You're right that really does kind of juxtapose the fact that should be a terrifying shock to everyone.
Yes.
Just like, oh fuck, how did you age like 20 years?
More
This
than
is
that,
horrible.
I think.
Well,
This
yeah,
is a horrible
I'm
situation.
lowballing it.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people have issues with how Jean aged.
I don't. I mean,
I
I
don't
think
either.
it's silly, but like my issue. I say this in the reaction. My issue is, hey, Ruby has access to time travel now. That's a problem.
Yeah, they can totally like pick one of those oranges and then just beeline it to the tree and then exit like 50 years ago.
Yeah,
Like
speaking
I
of,
keep telling you.
yeah, speaking of, it's a literal Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
Yes.
That's great.
So we see in Roman, we not seeing Roman.
So I'm a little confused now about how. My understanding is that he's just sitting there waiting for years, but then Miles tweeted that thing saying, "Oh, it has to do with the freaking clock he picked." So I'm like, how exactly did it happen then? I thought you were just waiting, like for actual years.
I mean,
Well-
in between, he fulfilled his his goal as the Rusted Knight, or his
Okay.
new role.
Yeah, some actual time did pass. So he says, what did Miles say? The man picked a clock from a time tree.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
how
that
he
made time go backwards.
Right. And then he slammed it. He's like, stop. He slammed it with his sword, and it made it like stop. So it just rushed backwards. So I don't know. Is that the question? Like,
Okay, so
how did he get back?
No, because he made it seem like Miles made it seem like that was why time went fast forward, but that's not what it's depicted in the show.
No, that's why time
I
went
agree with y'all.
backwards.
It went backwards. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Then it just showed him, it was a time cut and showed him older. I'm like, okay, he actually stayed there for years waiting, right?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I got that as soon as that happened, it just went backwards because you see the comets, or not even the comets, you can see the colors. You see Ruby
the girl.
fall backwards, like the streaks in the sky, which was Ruby, Weiss, Neo. You can see them go backwards until he sees Alex and what was his name again? The brother.
Lewis.
Lewis. The two little, like, it was a white and a blue line. That was Alex and Lewis. That was after he slammed the clock to stop. The time for him went back.
Yeah.
You
I'm starting to realize.
You didn't see it that
I'm
way?
starting to think. No, that's how I saw it. I think that scene was stupid to have in the show altogether. I think they shouldn't have done it because.
Really?
I mean,
They-
would you
they
have been
show-
happier if they just didn't? Like, if they didn't have any explanation of why Jean was old now?
No, if they just showed him, okay, I'm sitting there. I sit down. I'm young. They cut away. He's older. Okay, I get it. He sat there he's been existing there for years. He had a life. He's been walking around doing things for years. Okay, I get it. But then to have this scene where he picks the lock, time goes back, he smashes it, and then he sits down, and in time it makes it seem like what's going on here? Is it because he picked the lock, he fucked something up, or did he just wait for a while? Like he said, I've been sitting here for years waiting for you guys. We know he had experienced something with Alex and Lewis. We know he was doing other stuff. He wasn't literally just sitting there and then snap a finger and time jump forward. You know, he had a life. He knew the cat. He's been around, so we know he's been there for a while. That's fine. But why even have the scene where he pulled the clock and time goes back? It just kind of confuses it, I think. I think it's unnecessary. If it's not linked,
I don't know about
if not linked to
confusing
him.
Well, I think it has to do more with the rules of the Ever After. There's nothing like when people landed on the beach. It does seem like, because we had this theory about like, they all landed at different times depending on when they fell, or maybe it was completely random. From now, it seems like it's relatively lines up with everyone just fell at the same time, so they landed at roughly the same time. It was more or less explaining just how the hell did John, who landed first, become ancient? And
John
it's like,
landed last.
yeah, John landed
Yeah,
last, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's he did. Yeah, he did jump. He fought last. He did.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any.
But he still
Now, if he
saw
had fell-
he still saw Crescent
ahead.
Rose as he was falling. That was confusing. And then he like pushed himself towards Crescent Rose. Like how? Like does he have, I don't know, steam heelys? Like how did he push himself?
It's Ruby. Yeah.
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 You never know.
He's got flap power.
Flat power?
Flap.
Oh,
Like, yeah.
I'm like he has no boobs. Okay, huh? What?
Now, if he would have fell first, picked the clock, time went backwards, and then, let's say it went backwards instantly, a whole bunch of years. Then you had to wait that time for them to then fall back in line with the time. That makes more sense to me. You see what I'm saying?
That's what happened.
But he fell.
I'm not getting it. Probably. I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
really confused at how.
I don't know what your
Last.
issue is.
Time
got
only
last.
time only went backwards for him.
Yes.
So he got thrown back in time like 30 years.
Okay, agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my big issue with that whole scene is that this fairy tale that everyone grew up with only happened and was written 30 years ago. It's like, really?
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, that we also have to consider how time is passing on the outside.
True. Because
we that is, it could, if it's time skip time for the outside, it's very possible that we're all wrong on that. Basically the story as told by Alex, that we'll get to that. There's actually a pretty cool fan theory that I'm kind of partially in alignment with. But like this story that we've learned, it was, thousands of years ago or hundreds of years ago, whatever have you.
Also, the anime guy, thank you for a $5 super chat. John, who's now high off, but due to eating the Wonderland shrooms.
Wonderland.
Yes, here we go again. Guys, remember how I don't read? Yeah, that's still happening. Look, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. And that one's still green. Okay. First of all, say hi to Mrs. Tom. Hello? Hi.
Oh, they're saying hi to you.
What's up?
Hello.
Hello.
The problem is the echo. My mic echoes with the headphones off.
What are you talking about? I'm just trying to say hi. I'm trying to be a smartass. So.
No, I know. That's why I'm relating that hello.
Yeah. And second, that explains a lot why in the intro.
Because this clean, there's emptiness.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
No.
So in
Tom's,
the intro,
Tom's wife, not mom.
in the.
The baby's mom.
I'll just sit back. Let me know. Let me know. I'll just.
No, my mom was
baby mama.
My mother was here earlier, but no, but she's not here anymore.
Our wifey.
Yes.
All right. So that explains a lot why in the intro there was no number 11. He never had his 11.
Yeah.
Say something.
I never really thought too much about it, but yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, because it went straight from 10 to 12 to 12. So that's when he smashed it and stopped it. Also, Lewis was in the intro the whole time behind Alex.
He was.
Yeah.
That's
Totally
cool.
didn't even look. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kind of cool. And I think I know that I piggybacked on one of your guys' theory that it was that she betrayed someone. I think it was Fatman that said she betrayed someone, and then I'm like, what if they were twins or what have you? But they're not twins, but they're brother and sister. So that's kind of cool, You just gotta throw it out there. I don't care how stupid your theory is. Just throw it out there because it's still fun. Okay? God, that's what I tell myself anyway.
There's a theory that's actually been posited that I actually am taking a liking to, is that Alex failed effectively. Is that she went to the tree with Lewis, as the Curious Cat and John said. She went to the tree with Lewis, and what John thinks happened is that Alex sacrificed Lewis to the tree to ascend.
Mm-hmm.
I think the inverse happened, and this is what there was a theory that I saw that posited that Lewis, because he was still he knew his purpose, he understood his place. He basically was like the rest of Team RWBY, not like RWBY who was going to fall to the caterpillar. Okay. He didn't fall to the caterpillar. Alex did. Alex instead got reincarnated, and Lewis ascended from the tree and returned home.
And he was the one that wrote the story?
Because Lewis Carroll wrote Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's the theory.
Well, it's also worth noting that an acquaintance of Lewis Carroll was Alice Liddell.
Yes, and on top of that, the idea then further posits that Alex was reincarnated into Little.
Oh,
yeah.
So that's where I find that a very gripping theory, and I'm hoping they go that direction.
Yeah, interesting if true.
And, another...
Vex, it's you. You hate everything.
Oh, Vex, just take what you can get.
I also heard that, but I also heard that okay, Lewis was one of Osmond's reincarnations, and that's how he knows the story, and that's why he remembered John and let John in the academy.
That one I'm a little less keen on.
Yeah.
because that brings up a whole slew of questions regarding Remnant's relation with the Ever After, or certain people's relation with the Ever After.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely heard some stuff after. I love listening to theories. That's why we're all here. We're all idiots for, you know.
Now that you put that in my head, I am absolutely now convinced that Lewis did sacrifice her, and he did get out, and she's the one that like he's the bad guy, and she's a good guy. That follows the line. That follows
if he
RWBY.
is Ozpin,
Cause that's in line with RWBY. Like RWBY usually like the dude is the bad guy and the chick isn't. So
Well, that
for them
implies.
to flip it,
But then that implies that John is intentionally lying to them.
well,
right?
John doesn't know. He assumes what happened at the tree. He
Yeah.
didn't see what happened.
he got poisoned by purple berries.
He did
Yeah,
get
but
poisoned.
he-
And
but
they
he
had
did
skulls
know
on him.
Alex
Hello,
and
why drink
Lewis.
that?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So either he's lying or the theory doesn't really.
Well, hey, considering his mental state, he may not remember it that well.
And I think he's a lot older than 30.
Yeah, he's got gray in his hair, so I'm
I-
guessing at least 40s.
I
Does he have
think
gray in
it's
his
probably
hair?
like early
Yeah,
50s.
And again, I did. Then I
Nobody in their 30s has gray in their hair, right, Tom? Right?
The only thing that's throwing me off is the intro with Alex. She's like laying down in the beach. She's like walking. There's a shot of them walking, and she's like ahead of them, but she's blacked out. Like, what's going on there? Like, is she actually going to be?
They were trying to
in there
follow
with
the footsteps.
They're following her.
They're trying to
footsteps.
follow her
story,
footsteps.
or follow the. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
But it turns out like it was all a lie anyway, and that sunk Ruby even more into depression. Like,
Yeah, wait. If there's not a time travel element of it, why did she wake up next to Crescent Rose? If time travel was involved with the clock, and
I mean, also
not-
that's just the intro, so.
Also-
is it? That's a question.
I-
Is it?
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought.
You know, that landing could have gone a
Hold
lot
on.
differently. Oh, sorry.
So,
Yeah,
I'm gonna lose it if I don't.
Oh, you go.
I thought Jean fell with Crescent Rose, and those footsteps are Jean's, or something. And whatever. You're right. It's just an intro. We don't.
I'm just thinking that landing would have gone a lot different with Crescent Rose. Jean's on the beach, watching like, oh, finally they're here. Wait, is that Crescent? And then the scythe just decapitates him.
Eduardo,
Man.
where's Katsu? This is Ruby. She doesn't watch Ruby. This is just this is my origins. So
Tonkatsu only watches patrician anime like High Guardian Spice.
patrician. Oh, Lordy.
You guys think Ever After is a creation of the Remnant gods?
Yeah, I heard that too. That it's just another world gone wrong, or
I don't know. I
Gone
kind of like
goofy.
I kind of like the idea that Ever After is kind of its own entity, separate of everything that goes on in Remnant.
See, the thing that I thought briefly, I think I only really thought this in episode 1, but it was that everything that Brodacious creates.
Brodacious.
And-
I love how you call him Brodacious.
Yeah, Ambrosius.
Ambrosius, yes.
Yeah. Everything he creates after he like, you know, goes back into the relic and then like creates another thing, that thing disappears and it goes into this world. And that's why it looks all disjointed and weird and it's full of like childhood
this is the trash.
fantasy
This-
stuff.
This is the recycle bin of everything that didn't work.
Yeah, I kind of figured that, but then like I was like, no, that doesn't make sense. Too many people would have had to use this, you know, like over the course of human existence, and I think it is kind of implied in the last fable that like no one's ever used the relics or something. I have no idea.
But like what I have like issues with is in the last episode of the last volume, a bunch of people fell. Like there
Yeah.
was explosions and a bunch of people fell. Well, nobody's talking about them, are they? Like they have families. What the hell?
No,
Well, me and Raymond talked about this after you left.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we think that Jean's village, because he does say my village in the reaction, we
Uh-huh.
think that that's a village full of survivors from
Oh.
the.
Oh.
And if it's not, we're going to be very angry because where the hell are all these people?
But
Listen.
wait though, okay, but wait. I thought Wait, that makes no sense because Jean went back in time. Did the people go back in time too?
Maybe he landed on, like one of the what are they called? Acres.
Yeah.
And his whole acre went back in time. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I
Who
don't
the hell
know.
knows?
Yeah.
I was told about the internet that all of them died when I brought it up. I had the same issue. Like, where the
was
hell
sold
are
by
these
the
people?
internet.
Oh, they're all dead.
Listen, in Volume 2, a mech yeeted a bunch of people off a highway, and nobody gave a shit. Once you acknowledge that, and once you acknowledge that civilian casualties are not really a concern for these people, you kind of just let the rest of it slide.
Yona, it's funny that you say that. It's funny you say that. Jean is his own dad now. There's theories. I know I was messing around when I said it in the reaction. That there seriously are theories that Ruby is her own mom because that was her reflection, not Summer Rose, and blah blah blah.
I hate it.
All the things. Yeah.
The implication there, I might start throwing up.
Yeah. Like how?
That has so many
Because
implications.
it implies that Tai Yang borked his daughter.
Ugh.
Yeah. He's only supposed to fuck his children up
Look,
emotionally.
no. You see, there's the twist.
Oh my God.
No, Tom. See, there's the twist. It turns out Crow fucked his own daughter.
Oh God.
We'll get all those people in here. We'll piss off everyone today with these theories.
There's not enough Shiraz in my glass for these theories.
Wonton,
Thanks for the-
thank you for the $10 super chat. Gotta go run errands. Great discussion. Have a good
Like,
one,
I
guys.
didn't
Mwah.
think-
Love you. Thank you so
Like,
much.
I didn't think Vale was Arkansas. Like, Jesus.
Why are you insulting Arkansas like that?
Yeah, when Alabama is right there.
I mean, really, what's the difference? Apologies to everyone in Alabama and Arkansas. but you should probably get out while you can.
All right. Nat Nefarious says if they aren't in the village, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? If they aren't in the village, we assume they all died from the fall damage, since aura training is a mandatory part of Atlas schooling. But I thought everybody has aura.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
with the
does
aura
everybody
again.
learn a landing strategy?
I mean, they just got tossed.
I mean, Hazel's sister didn't.
Oh,
Oh, are they gonna find Hazel's sister down
man.
there? If
oh no!
This is horrible.
Oh,
Bruh moment is right.
wow! Gonna need a senzu for that one. Jesus.
Smith Black, yeah, Lewis equals Osmond. Yeah, that's the theory. That he was part of the reincarnations, or one of them. Damn, why is that? That is so stupid. I haven't heard that name in forever, and why did it affect me so hard, Fatman? Like, damn, poor Hazel.
Isa, there is alcohol involved. All bets are off in this chat.
Just for you, though.
no one
Just for
will
you.
be happy.
Lewis being Austin would annoy the hell out of me.
Yeah,
It would annoy me too.
It just ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, I mean, it would sort of play into like the time skip that I want at the end of the Ever After arc, but at the same time, it's like, nah.
Because
What
at
do
that point, I'd be like, you know what, Salem, you should win. This kill
Yeah.
Austin, for God's sake. End this misery.
Salem should
Wait,
win.
no, don't kill Osmond. Just lock him up somewhere. He'll just come back.
someone just asked me something. What do you think about what the cat said about Alex not taking him through the door? What was the exact wording on that
Oh,
one?
she promised to take him outside of the Ever After. He wants to leave.
Oh, that there's interesting. I don't know. Can he
cat
leave?
Food is expensive, and she don't got time for that.
Does he?
How can you say?
Does
how
he
can
only
you say
want to
cat food's
leave?
ex-
Does he
Wait,
only-
wait, wait. How can you say cat food is expensive when little is right there?
Oh, that's true.
There's literally a whole
He's spoken
colony of
for.
those bastards.
He is spoken for. Okay.
Yeah, Blake's got to eat him later.
Plate's got plenty to eat now. All right.
I guess that raises the
Oh,
question.
I see.
I guess that raises the question on if things from the Ever After can, the things that are born in the Ever After can leave the Ever After.
I mean, I do want little outside of the Ever After.
I mean, yes.
For very little reason.
Oh, I
Something
see what
to
you're
do
doing.
there.
Yeah.
You bastard.
I almost said for no reason, but it's like, no, it's not for no reason. Like, I like little. So, yeah. So it's for very little reason.
My only fear about that is how they would utilize him in every damn situation to drop some kind of line. It would just be like
Exposition. Yeah, it's an exposition dumper. That's basically it's like, how does this work, RWBY? It's like, well, let me tell you how Aura works in detail.
Wait, Vex, are you like the only person in this planet that doesn't like little?
no, I'm fine with little. I don't want little leaving with him because I fear
you don't
how to
an
utilize
exposition.
him.
Yeah.
But how about this, Vex? There's theories that it's Penny's body ascended. You still like him?
Hell no, I would not.
Yeah.
Fastest speed run to ruining a character. Make them Penny.
Yeah.
No, I like the idea that it's Alex, or Little might just be Little.
Yeah, that's always an
Yeah.
option.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, because like
That's
if
fine as well.
if Lewis did leave and he was the one who wrote the story, then Alex must have ascended into Little, maybe. Also, do you think the cat was telling the truth, straight up? Because like he doesn't like lie straight up. He just works around the
Yep.
truth.
I don't know. I don't like the way he.
Well, hold
I
on a
don't-
second. He specifically
sorry.
said, you're not Afterns. Like, you're not gonna ascend. It doesn't happen to you guys. Do you think that's true or not?
Hard to say. I don't like the way he Uno reversed them at the end of that conversation.
It's called manipulation. It's called.
Well, exactly that. Well,
You
exactly.
never
that
call
makes
your mother. That's
well,
what it
exactly
is.
that, and that makes me not trust him.
Yeah. Well,
Like that
Good reason.
makes me not. No, more than what anything Jean says, that makes me not trust him.
When did Alex fall?
I mean,
We don't know. We know nothing about Alex or Lewis.
Yeah, like, was it 30 years ago? Was it 500
Well, they're
years
dressed
ago?
like they're in a Renaissance painting, so I would imagine more than 30 years.
Yeah, they're dressed like they're cosplaying Hamilton characters.
Yeah.
they're just like.
Yes.
Brenda
timey-wimey
doesn't really
stuff.
have a
You-
time.
You
Like,
can pretty much
Alex-
do whatever you want.
Alex didn't want to throw away her shot.
for shot of Jaeger? Like, what are you talking about?
It's a Hamilton line.
Yeah. Yes.
They've totally created a time loop, and I doubt they even know they did it. The writers.
No, I think they've. What you mean in the Ever After or in the?
No, they created a time loop. The writers of the show, and I doubt they even realized they did it.
Bum bum ba da dum bum bum bum.
Ash, Barry, and what moans? Who was moaning? Fatman? Vexed? Who was
But to
moaning?
me,
Yes,
I
John
think
is over
yeah, it's
9,000.
Tom. It's Tom. Like, you can hear him in the background.
Oh my god, that short that I uploaded got 1,800 views in 30 minutes.
Beautiful.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
Damn,
yeah,
dude.
because shorts get that push, baby, on
Oh.
YouTube.
Yeah, too bad you can't really monetize it all that well.
Yeah, I
people-
know. I might make like 5 cents off this one.
Yeah, monetization for shorts is kind of wonky. I don't even know how it works.
I haven't even tried shorts.
Yeah, but
You should. They're soft and comfy to wear.
Okay.
well done. Give him a round of applause, everybody.
Me and Raymond high five, and Tom's like, all right, I'm a dad now. I'm the one who makes these jokes, not you guys. Let's read around here. All right. Might as well just fucking dive into it. Bumble Ubby. All right. In the reaction, as soon as they hit the
What's
bridge,
that?
it's a motorcycle. It's back. It's in here. It fell with Adam. Adam is in here too.
Oh, it's canon
Oh,
now.
that moment when they held hands and stared into the camera? Okay, I remember now.
Yes. Okay, I remember now. No, there was tongue. They was nobody, no death, no tongue, no relationship. They in a relationship now, and they held hands afterwards in front of
Thank
everyone.
goodness.
The fucking pervs.
Yeah, like freaking exhibitionist over here, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
But real talk, though. All right. Obviously, 9 years. Obviously, okay, yawn, because we all knew this. Could they have done that better? And don't go, yeah, they could have done this 5 years ago. No, just
course.
could they have done that better now?
Yes.
Yes.
Me and
I
Raymond
mean-
talked about it for like hours in the reaction.
Yeah.
How long is
Let's
this
finish our
reaction?
lap.
Jesus.
Yeah,
It's,
they went
uh,
on for a while after we left.
Yeah, it's over an hour after you left, Dashie.
And you talked about how it could have been better
Yes.
without saying it could have been better like 7 years ago. Seriously.
Correct. I mean, like, part of it,
We might have said that as a joke, but like that wasn't the gist of what we were talking
yeah,
about.
like that's an entirely different conversation. But how they delivered it, one of the issues that I've really soured on is why the hell is this conversation happening now of all times? I get okay, the Ponder Storm comes through, but like Blake and like the only hint that we've gotten at Bumblebee this entire season was the little handholdy scene and Weiss.
What do you mean? They've
acknowledging
been given like little snippets this entire volume so far.
That's what
What's
he
another
said.
one? I'm trying to think of another. one.
There
Off
was
my head.
one where during the chess game where like Blake did something and Yang was cheering. around,
Right,
like,
right,
blood.
okay. So that's fair. There's a little bit more, but
They've also been more touchy-feely like the
Yeah.
whole time in Volume 7.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Blake,
yeah, no, Volume 7,
Blake literally
they-
noticed Yang's bulge and pounced on her when she saw her. So
Yeah.
But my main issue comes when the Ponder Storm happens. Why the hell was their relationship drama on the forefront of their minds that the Ponder Storm was like, hey, you need to get this out of the way? When really the thing that would probably be most directly on their minds is the conversation that was happening when the Ponder Storm hit. It just
Oh, yeah.
it feels so disjointed that like
It is.
yeah, like, hey, we're having this really important discussion about who to trust between John and our tour guide. Like, who do we trust in this situation? This is like life or death type shit. Because if we make the wrong choice, we're gonna get reincarnated into like I don't know.
look, all right.
Pura 2.
All
I
I
mean, Pura
look,
3.
listen.
Yeah,
It comes out of nowhere.
Neverland or Afterland or whatever Afterland is Raymond ascended because it likes lesbians too, and it's like you're not going anywhere until you confess to each other. So
To quote-
what it chips it. Why not? So it's
Quote
like you're not going
Cinema
anywhere.
Sins, it's the power of boners.
Right.
It was the ever after being like, we're tired of this shit.
mean,
the fans are tired of this
they-
shit. Let's just
they-
fucking get over with.
That's seriously what I
They've
said
been-
in the reaction.
Yeah.
That's the
They've
entire
been
fandom going no
teasing-
more. Go ahead, FX.
They've been teasing this. They've been teasing this thing for years. I mean, this thing been playing from the very beginning. Listen to Barb, and this is the execution.
Okay,
Just the best
okay,
you can
Vex.
do.
How would they have?
Well,
What
I mean,
could have made it better?
I haven't thought about it. Like, sat down and thought about how I would do it yet. I've only seen the episode like once. But seriously, this is the execution. Oh, we're talking to the cat. The cat sends us away. John yells, "No!" Like something bad's going to happen. And actually, it wasn't that bad. They sent it to the little whatever the hell he.
It could have been that bad. It could have taken forever.
And he's like, all right, well, I'll wait for the storm. Why are you screaming no like that? Anyway, they wait for the storm, and it gets sent to the bridge, and that's the execution. I'm thinking it's gonna be more of like a slower build, some kind of like maybe an episode dedicated to it. And you start at the beginning, and they talk, and by the end of the episode, they kiss, sure. But that was just like almost like the writer said, okay, this needs to happen somewhere. Where are we gonna do it? Let's do it here. All right, we'll do it here. The cat sends in there. All right, cool. Let's get it out the way. That's
well,
how
the cat doesn't send them. The Ponder Storm hits them. That's
No.
the distinction here. The cat didn't do a damn
No,
thing.
the cat
Wait,
forced
wait.
it.
The cat
to
got
happen.
stuck in the Ponder
cat
Storm
doesn't-
too.
The cat didn't trigger it.
I think the cat
didn't
triggered it.
trigger
No,
John was like, "We gotta get out of here before the storm."
Are you
And-
sure that?
I think they triggered it. It was coming
Because
anyway,
John,
but I think he
John
triggered it.
acknowledged it was a Ponder Storm. He knew
Yes,
it was.
and it's a
Yeah.
ponder storm, not a ponder storm.
No, it's Ponder. It's Ponder, not
Ponder, like pun.
No, it's Ponder.
That's
like
what it
to
should have
ponder
been.
something.
Yeah, that's what it should have been, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
Was the
Did they say Ponder Storm? Someone
They
get
say
us a fact check on
ponder.
that. Is it,
P-U-N. It should have been ponder. Absolutely. Because it makes you think.
So this is what I saw. You guys correct me. He said, you have a lot, Ruby said there's a lot that need to take in, and the cat stood on his freaking tail and said, "I guess there's a lot of things we need to figure out," or something like that. And then John yelled, "No!" And it cut to white, and they were in the Ponder Storm,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Ponder
So to
storm.
my
yes.
to my
Well,
mind,
no,
I'm with you,
I
Vex.
think
cat
I'm
triggered
with
it.
you.
I think the cat was basically like, look, this is gonna fucking happen. I'm going to basically just maybe push it forward. I don't know.
So the cat triggered it.
Let me see.
Thanks. Checkmate, bitches. I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom.
Why the hell would John scream no at the clouds?
He's an old man, Vex.
Yeah,
Yells at clouds.
Get off my lawn. Yeah. I'll be right back.
That was funny.
Where is? Okay, hold on. Let me.
Is
let
that
me-
the like? It's like the like I don't know where it's like the 8-minute mark, like 8:40, 8:30 around there.
It is Punderstorm. I was wrong. I apologize, Dashie. That said, God, it should have
Ponder
been
makes more
Punderstorm.
sense.
It makes way more sense.
It looks like we're
No,
It
I
looks
just
like
I
we're
just
stuck at a
checked the
crossroads.
RWBY official Reddit. That's the only the RWBY official Twitter account.
I mean,
They-
is that just because it's a portmanteau of ponder and thunder?
Maybe.
Like,
Maybe.
I mean,
I'll be right back. By the way, I gotta get a drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like okay, yes, it's entirely contrived. You know, the way the story kind of put them in this situation.
Yes.
100% it's a contrived situation. It could have definitely happened any other natural way, but I've realized after watching the scene a couple times that I don't really care because the scene itself is just well put together.
I'm happy-
I
I'm happy
wouldn't
they
go that
kissed.
far.
I'm happy they kissed because I've been calling from the start of the volume that I hope they kiss to get this out the way.
I know a lot of
But-
people are saying that, but and I'm just like, oh, okay, wishful thinking.
It
All
just
right, all right.
feels like
It's
they
like
should've-
it's like I
Go ahead.
keep saying, if they like, I'll sit through the same thing 100 times if the 97th time is really fucking good. Like I sat through 9 years of the season. I didn't particularly care about if Bumblebee got together or not. You know, it's one of those things like, okay, but like when I like actually sitting through the scenes, like this is actually like edit like shooting wise and writing wise and like the music and all that stuff. It all just came together and like really made it. It elevated it to something to like good, not just good for RWBY, but a good scene in general. If you want to get into like the anatomy of like one particular scene. And again, I said in the reaction, like taking a decade's worth of content into consideration, sure, it doesn't hold up, but standing on its own, it's an enjoyable moment.
The way I would put it is the direction was superb. I will give this. I think the direction on that scene was superb. The writing, the moment to moment writing was okay. It could have been better. Me and Fatman described different ways that it could have been much stronger, where they actually kind of get into the nitty gritty of the issues that each character suffer with one another, because that's really kind of a part of a problem with Bumblebee overall, is they haven't addressed a lot of the really
They
more
never
underlying
talk
issues.
about their problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
And that's why I'm worried this is going to be an incredibly unhealthy relationship, and they're going to try and portray it as a good one.
Yeah.
And then
they're absolutely gonna do that.
And then outside of the moment-to-moment writing, the scenario writing is god-awful, which, considering the scenario writing is god-awful and the moment-to-moment writing is only okay, the direction fucking carried hard. And
Yes.
it's
Very
very
much.
good in that regard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
Who directed
did.
this episode?
I think it was Eddie.
It was Eddie.
Directed or righted?
Oh,
Right.
right.
Wrote.
Yeah,
Eddie
Eddie
wrote.
wrote it.
Who directed?
I don't.
Issa Badiola.
Good on you.
Issa directed it.
Isa.
Yeah.
Isa. Hey,
Oh.
remember?
No, Issa.
Oh, Issa's the woman who did that whole recorded by Arizo or whatever that show was.
Oh, record of
Yeah, the one that never the one that never went anywhere.
the one that no one watched.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Max. Floof's in the.
Hey, Floof, how's it going?
Hey,
Hello.
Welcome to the stream.
Hey.
Let me look at this this scene where the cat stands on its tail.
And triggers it? Yeah, go ahead.
I was waiting because apparently the transcript is not up on the wiki yet. Episode 5's is, though, I'm pretty sure. Like, they get the transcripts up surprisingly fast on the RWBY Reddit. On the RWBY... I keep saying Reddit, the RWBY wiki.
Yeah, you know, Jean does act like the cat triggers it.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to.
Because he did.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm just annoyed. I'm
So-
just annoyed that like he's screaming no at the worst thing. I'm thinking like something bad's gonna happen. Like
It could have
Oh,
been bad. It
no,
could have
like-
taken forever. It could have taken 9
I know, right?
years. Like,
yeah, Blake and Yang
Yeah.
haven't talked about their feelings
true.
in a
That's true.
decade. It could have taken another decade.
or 6 to 8 months. Same thing, right?
oh well,
They're like
according to
they're
him-
geriatric and you're like, "Hey, Blake, do you want a shuck face? And Blake's like, Yang, I don't have my dentures in. Yang's like, that's even better.
Ew. Clam jam time. And it's their face.
Oh, it's gonna be like an oyster farm down there.
Yeah, no. Don't eat those grapes.
Now I'm curious what happens with Blake and Yang going forward because the
Probably
teasing of that
nothing.
relationship, they were milking the hell out of it and they were reaping the benefits. Now that it's together, I mean, we'll see what happens now.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Like-
I mean, they could do what they did with Ren and Nora and just
Yeah.
not
Never
do
acknowledge it
anything
ever
with them.
again. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is what I said in volume 7, like I think it was volume 6, chapter 1 of these reviews. I think it was chapter 12 reviews, volume 6. I said once it becomes Nora and Ren, your ass is gonna be disappointed once they make this thing official.
Yeah, you know, like generic drama farming writing would suggest that they would break up like immediately after they get together just so that the relationship can continue to be teased. But in the case of Bumblebee, that would be the best case scenario. Because, like, you know,
Yeah.
they need to confront all of their problems if they're going to be a healthy relationship. And that was kind of my, you know, that was kind of what I talked about while we were going over how to do this scene better. Is like, once they said all of the nice stuff to each other, they were only, or like the bridges were only like halfway there. And then they had to actually confront their, like, their problems with each other. And they had to say, like, you know, like the bad stuff. Like, oh, you abandoned me after Adam cut off my arm. You did this, you did that, blah, blah, blah. Like, and then the bridge would extend, like, both ways. Like, towards the center and, like, towards, like, you know, just, like, away from each other. So it's, like, by the time that they had talked through their whole relationship drama, they could decide to go their separate ways. If
That would have been way better
yeah,
Yeah,
think so.
I could see a story with that.
because it
Yeah.
made it seem like only thing they had to say to each other were good things. Like
Yeah.
really, that's
Your
how
ears
Yeah.
are cute.
And like kind of basic things too. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, great. You haven't called my ears cute before? I guess that's a new thing.
You have a good brain.
Yeah.
Also,
Like,
Yang
favorite
hasn't been the
line.
greatest at flirting. She's such a nerd.
Yeah. It's weird because like she always comes off as like this playgirl mentality in the early volumes, and it feels like she's like
For dudes,
Like-
probably, sure. And there is a difference. By the way, Yona, I see what you wrote there. She could be bi, too. I mean, I know I was
Oh,
like
no, they're
joking
bi.
about, you know,
Oh, yeah.
lesbians and stuff, but like, no,
They're
they're
both
bi. Blake
they're both
obviously
bi,
liked, what's his face for like a minute, and that's it. So,
Yeah.
and she
And,
was
like,
in a relationship
Yang's-
with what's his face too. So,
Yang thought the boys were hot in volume
Yeah.
1. So.
Yeah. That was like the first thing she said.
Yeah.
Wow, look at the voice.
we're allowed to be greedy, okay? That's what us bi
Yeah.
people do.
I was waiting for like Yang to be like horny on Maine in her confessions, like just be like make the joke, man. I love your Bella booty. Like you just make the joke. Don't be cowards. They should not have been cowards. They should have gone full horny
I
on
love
that
your
scene.
Bella
Yeah.
booty. That is, again, a nerd. If she says that, I'll die because it's in character, because it's such a nerd.
Yes, it's great. Like that would have been excellent for Yang because it's both awkward but endearing.
Yes. Bella booty. Endearing.
It doesn't matter that Blake is actually flat as a board back there. Okay, we don't
Yeah.
we don't need to acknowledge reality.
And she just cannot dance. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Another super chat. Thank you very much, Smith Black. Blake is lucky. Yang's right arm vibrates, and her semblance means that she'll have an inhuman amount of stamina in the bedroom. Yeah, she already has that, and we all knew that. And was it in this reaction that I said that? ask what everybody, just say what everybody is thinking. Does
Yeah.
it vibrate?
I mean,
I
it
mean,
was
according-
asked at a panel. We got that asked.
Yes,
at a
we
panel.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a fandom meme.
Oh yeah, it's canon. We know it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Hey guys, there's also a Streamlabs link in the description. Something. Susan's not the CEO anymore. Fatman, help me.
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Yes. Susan's gone. Susan is over.
But why
It's,
Streamlabs?
What's his name now? Oh, yeah. Well, give us Streamlabs.
Okay, thanks. You know,
give
I-
give it get.
there
Give
he
us-
is. Fatman guys, like me. Yeah, I see how it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, just
YouTube
give money.
takes like 40% of the super chats. So if you want to support us, you can support us much more effectively on Streamlabs or Stream Elements, whichever one Dashie has in the.
It's a Streamlabs right now.
Yeah.
I couldn't do Elements. I fell asleep for like ever. Also, you think Weiss was falling for 30 minutes or not? Just those minutes.
Yeah, they should have like had a that's another short that I should cut together.
What, all the time she was hilarious out of character or what?
No, Weiss falling for 30
Oh
minutes.
yeah.
I have been falling for 30 minutes.
You're not allowed to now. I have to make it. You're stealing my content.
Yeah, no, I'm
All right.
I'm
Stop
a
it.
content thief. Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. I need to get more Shiraz.
No, it's very
Understandable.
Hey, quick, while Tom is away, talk about how Weiss is horny for Dilf John.
No, that's
No.
terrible for me too.
Vex cried up. Vex was so upset. He wanted to cry for Jean because Jean has been living such a hard enough life. Like his armor is rusted because he was crying so much from the rain. You know that he got rusted. And
My-
I wish they had shown
comes
that.
Weiss.
When you said that, like in the episode 5 reaction, I was like, oh yeah, no, that would be a great
That would.
like Jean past scene, but they just did like the hard match cut. It made
Yeah,
it
which
seem like
that's
he was sitting on the
disappointing.
beach for.
I was gonna say my favorite thing to come out of this was like there was a bunch of people that were like, people are angry that she's hot for a man, and I sat there and I'm like,
What?
What?
you hate this because Weiss likes men. I hate this because it's directed at John. We are not the same.
Yeah. I hate this because you're calling Jean a man now.
Oh, we got Streamlabs, and
Oh,
I promise I'll get to
you,
it
thank
here in a moment because I thought I was ready. All right, hey, it's it's Med with an E with an E with a 3. God damn it! My mouse just fell and now I closed out the fucking window.
Oh no.
I'm prepared to stream, guys. I promise. Damn it.
Yes.
All right. Blake and Yang being literally forced by the plot to confess is so shamelessly contrived that it circles back around to not being much of a flaw.
they could have just found a more natural way to get to it.
Yeah.
It just felt really
Yeah.
random. Like
I don't dispute that, but it's one of those weird things where I find I enjoy the scene enough on its own that I can kind of forgive things.
It needed just a
Sure.
little bit of setup, like just
Yeah.
I don't know, them talking about something that
Yeah,
would
like
relate their relationship to some degree. Like
yeah,
maybe
something at the
one of
beginning
them.
the episode.
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
one
no,
of them
I
tried to
don't dispute
confess.
any of that.
I mean, it's been 10 years. They knew they had to talk about this, and so did the stupid Ponderstorm. Like,
I mean, it's
I
been
don't know.
all right. It's been 10 years for us. How long do you think it's been for them?
2.
3 years.
2? 3 years?
Wait, is it 3 now?
Who knows?
Yeah. I don't
Okay,
know.
so
yeah.
6 to 8 months, jokingly, for
Yeah.
between. So that'd be
So yeah,
that'd be like a year and a half total if you're counting from the start of volume 1.
one
Well, the
school
wiki-
year.
Well, the wiki
Well,
now
6
lists RWBY as 17 compared to when she was at the beginning of the show when she was 15.
2 years then, yeah.
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 2
so-
years, maybe.
Well,
3.
between 1 and 4, we had 1 school year and 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
So that's a year and a half.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna check the wiki, see if that's been updated. Yeah, no, still 17.
Yeah.
I know I
So,
had
yeah, I
mentioned
don't
that something was always happening. They were always fighting something, and people were always chasing them, and there was just like no time. But for this world to just be like, all right, sit down. We're sick of this. I think this is the only place that they could have done it in. Neverland or wait, what is it officially called? Neverland? What is it?
The
Ever
After.
After.
Ever After. Okay, Ever After being like its own character, being like, nah, bro, sit. And also, a lot of you were like, oh, it was official once they killed Adam. Oh, that's that they
No.
were together because they held hands.
That would have
Okay.
been the worst option,
That-
honestly. Getting together
Yeah.
over
Yeah, exactly.
homicide, not a smart move.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
But a
like-
lot of you
that's
thought
like-
that it was that.
It's what they deserved. And that's why I'm okay with it being like forced by some external, thing. That it's just like if they were left to their own devices, they literally never would have done
Yeah.
anything about it.
Probably
I don't
not.
know.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
They ever after realize, shit, they're probably not gonna get another season. We need to wrap this up.
All right. I mean, everything can always be better. Fatman, you're okay with the way this happened?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm glad it happened, and like the way it happened was far from the worst way it could have happened. But
Yeah.
I said how I thought it could have been better.
All right. Well, how could it have been worse?
One night stand.
It could have been worse in that just like they immediately figure it out and go, "I love you," and you didn't hear the
Yeah.
da na 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 na.
No, it would have been worse if
Okay.
RWBY had like walked in on him, and that's like, oh, that's our confirmation.
No. Okay.
Ruby just turns to the
what?
camera and is like, "They're together now. They're lesbians."
No. Here's how it could have been worse, all right? They
Yeah.
introduce some third hot chick, right?
Oh no.
Ooh, love triangle.
Yeah. And Blake gets all jealous despite having never fucking said anything to Yang after or like the other way around. Like they introduce a love triangle and one of them just gets super jealous.
Get super pissed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read a fanfic on that back in the day where that exact scenario went
Bitch, I
down.
didn't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't even need another character. Just put Neo in there. Everyone
Well,
loves
actually,
shipping
the
Yang.
author actually put Winter.
See, that's actually a good
Well,
example
so-
of how to
so-
move things along. Okay,
So it was-
putting
it
somebody.
was-
Hold on a second. Putting somebody in there
Alright.
because it gives you motivation to say something quick before they accept somebody else.
I was just gonna say that that it was before Winter had been officially revealed in the show, so that was the way they made it work.
Jeez.
Yeah, we knew who Winter was, but we didn't know her yet. We hadn't met her yet.
Yeah, we didn't know what material she was. Was she MILF material? Was she mommy material? They're different things for the record. And now we know that she is. Actually, no, I don't know where I was going with that joke. Never mind.
She's
Flat on your face.
I mean, she's step on me material, I guess.
Okay.
She's
I
not
snorted.
milk material. She's Dami Mommy material.
Oh. I just snorted Shiraz all over my shirt. God damn it.
Roy Wilcox. I don't. There is no like set timeline. It says doesn't RWBY take place in a year? No, I don't think there is an absolute.
There are no official dates.
There's no official dates. 'cause
Literally,
that's
there was that whole joke. If you make dates, then that's when plot holes happen. That's
Plot hole
literally
happen.
what it said.
only when you make dates, though. If you avoid making dates, then no plot holes happen.
Yeah.
That's how
I
that
mean,
works.
it's true. It's true. Now I got questions in Frostbite here.
That still bothers me. That line. Like they're like a timeline. Like the writers should at least know the timeline, but like whether the timeline matters to the audience depends on the kind of story that's being told. Really, 'Cause
Like, yeah, if you don't want to tell a story that needs a consistent timeline, that's one thing.
yeah.
But if
like,
you do and then you just don't, like, that sucks.
like Lost went out of its way to establish a definitive timeline. Like this,
and they had plot
way.
holes, unlike RWBY. So
They had plenty of plot holes, but it wasn't like day related. Well, okay, a little bit, but at the very least, you knew when you were in the show. Like you knew when things were happening. Like you weren't like adrift in that. Like you knew, oh, it's been this many days since they've been on the island. And then like FMA Brotherhood, like they don't give you exact dates, but like you're watching these characters age in real time. So you know time is passing.
And like, was it the one that I always come to is Madoka Magica is very ethereal in how it's told. In that, like, I guess that and Princess Tutu is a lot like this. I want to say, where they don't really give
Princess
dates.
Tutu a while ago, and I didn't finish it, so I don't remember.
It's really good.
No, I know it was. I don't remember why we didn't finish. I think we just ran out of time. But
yeah, it is kind of a long show.
It is.
But the amount of time that like the characters spend in any given location, like the time between different scenes is very nebulous. It could be days, it could be weeks even, but you're never really told, but you don't really need to because everything still kind of lines up where it needs to be for that time period. Like you can make it work in any time period that is given. It's just RWBY happens to run into problems where it shouldn't be lining up the way it does sometimes. Oh, I forgot the flag in. Shit.
All right.
Oh, sorry for anyone that's watching. I'm playing Resident Evil 4. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Cool, good.
You go.
I was just saying, for anyone that's wondering, I'm playing Resident Evil 4. So if you hear me exclaim anything, that's why. Sorry, Dashie. I did not mean to interrupt.
Oh, there are people in asking questions. I didn't even notice that in there. Hopefully, I have enough Shiraz to like get me inspiration to finish this damn short story I've been working on.
I got Not the Fairies asks, but they've been trying to ask this for a year now.
Sorry.
What are your feelings regarding the implications of time travel in RWBY? I think we went over that. It's what is he, Willy Wonka times? What is it? Wonka, Willy Wonka timing.
Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey.
Yeah, that Willy Wonka. Okay, it's Willy Wonka.
And it seems
don't think
to
about
only
it too much.
It seems to only really apply to the Ever After and not to Remnant as a whole. So
well, we don't know if it does or not.
Well, that's why it seems that way.
I'm desperately hoping that there's a time jump when they return to Remnant.
Me too.
I think a lot of us are.
Yeah. I mean, it's likely. I definitely consider it a definite, significantly likely scenario that they do that.
You consider it a definite maybe.
Wait, Vex.
I am a couple glasses in. Leave me be.
Vex, how far? Like how much time?
At least 5 years.
5 years.
Oh,
I'm hoping that it's about as old, so that Jean is the same age as like the rest of Team Juniper.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted it to be 30 years?
Yeah.
Jean will be dead though.
But then Rose Garden gets awkward in the opposite direction.
Yeah. No, and I'm okay with this. Let's not go Rose Garden.
No,
let's kill that ship.
Ozpin can just die again and reincarnate Oscar into another 15-year-old for RWBY. It's fine.
No. This is why I don't want to be 30 years, Fatman. Because if it's 30 years, they're gonna come back and somehow Team RWBY will still be as strong as all those motherfuckers, and I'm be mad. So
I think enough time will have passed where Salem's got at least 3 of the relics.
If
I said episode 1, episode 1 of this volume is like it's gonna be like an Ultimate 8 scenario, where they come back and Salem's already won.
Well,
Sure.
That's bold. I doubt it. But
I mean, look, with Rooster Teeth ratings these days, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Just kind of like to kickstart the end.
Yeah, if they just jump to the end because they're worried about how many more they used up their kiss. They don't have any like ratings cash cow.
It's too formulaic how it's been going though.
They'll have to go to the controversies at that point where they'll be like RWBY says the N-word or something like that.
Oh my god.
It would be Weiss, first of all.
So I've been meaning to ask Vex this for like 3 years now. So there's time to get here.
Okay, go ahead.
Is there so far? And I know you made a couple of videos here and there and the stuff like that you've vexed with. What are some things that you liked about this volume so far?
This volume? I like that it's not on Remnant, so they give the writers freedom to like be more creative, and which is what they wanted to do clearly.
Especially in a world like
they-
this.
Yeah, I like the direction. I like the way they swung the camera. It looks they've done a good job directing this thing. It looks good. The camera's moving well. I like what they're doing in that. All that looks great. Let's see. I like that they aged up John. They had to do something different. If they would have been the same John in there, that would have been a mistake. I like that they changed them in that regard.
I mean, some of us don't grow up. Okay, I know I'm gonna be like 60, and I'm still gonna be, a perv.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, he says. All right.
What else? I like that they're focusing on Ruby's character. I'm nervous to see where it goes. Hopefully that it's a good payoff. But she desperately needed something, and they chose this volume to do it. So awesome. We'll see if it's lasting though. I'm hoping it just does. I'm hoping that in the end it isn't just I'm now more focused and more determined to take down Salem. No, I want something substantial, something that she carries on later on with. And
I just want it to
matter.
So I read something today, I think, where it was like, they get to the tree, and then Weiss, Blake, and Yang realize that Ruby is debating like staying in the Ever After, and Blake was Blake was like, you were the one who said, we are the heroes that like fight the darkness. That call back to that conversation in Volume 1, where they're like, you were the one who told me that that it was our job to do this. And then Ruby just breaks down and is like, yeah, and you're the one who said that, life wasn't like a fairy tale, and I didn't listen, and look at where we are.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff.
At the very least, I want to say, guys, I've been the leader of Team RWBY. I've sucked at this. Let's be real. I'm not leading this group anymore. Weiss, you're taking over. Like, dead serious. When you leave, Weiss, you're a leader, or something like I'm done being a huntress. I'm just gonna live my life.
Oh no, you're a Knives for Cash fan. No.
So you want Ruby in
What?
sweatpants, just eating Cheetos. You
No,
want the
I
parents.
want something.
You want Ruby to be
not
Yang.
Not necessarily. I just want it to be different. I don't want the team dynamic to be the same once they leave. I want
Does
her to
Remnant
say
have
something
Cheetos?
along the lines of. Did you have what?
Does Remnant have Cheetos?
Because that's important. Yes, they do.
Maybe.
I'm a couple glasses in. Leave me be.
No, but yeah. So you want her to go through what Yang went through, like, or what can she
I
possibly
want
go
her
through
to
here?
realize that.
Finding out something about her mom, possibly.
Well, it looks like that's going to happen in some regard, right? In some respect, with this whole lady with the hammer. I don't know what's going on there, but that was definitely her weapon, her mom's weapon for sure. That was definitely what that was.
You
We'll see
know
how
that's
that-
her. Some people are saying it
That's-
was Ruby.
That was her. It was her. It's her. It's her. And that was her weapon. That was Ruby. That was Summer Rose's weapon. That was on the wall. that
Well,
she
how
looked
did it
at.
get there?
Okay then.
Because
That's
I don't know
kind of
how,
what-
but when she looked at Penny's when she looked at Penny's weapon, and then she saw Penny's reflection in it. And then she looked at the weapon at the wall, and then she saw her mom's reflection. So that's her mom's weapon. How it got there, I have no idea. I'm almost scared to figure out like how they're gonna write that. Like what?
Oh, it's very simple. You see,
Okay.
back when she was having her final fight with Salem, she was about to lose her maiden power. So she asked John to stab her, and
God damn it.
You thought you were being serious, Dashie?
I was waiting for something dumb.
sorry to disappoint, but I'm a clown 90% of the time.
I don't know. I mean, it might play in a part where why Summer just disappeared. Because I didn't like when they just assumed that Summer had become another Hound. Like it's like you're basing off like the one Grim that just happened to have a silver-eyed person in it.
Yeah, that was a reach. She started like
It was a
she
reach.
went down a
and
rabbit hole.
It was a reach, which is why if you said that Summer actually, was like Summer blasted her into the Salem blasted her into the Ever After, like, yeah, that makes more sense. I could see that. Not the idea that like this one in a trillion Grim meant that there's even more of them, and that's what happened to your mom.
And Salem was like, and then I started blasting.
You know, I'll let them I'll let them do the Salem or the Salem summer whatever thing, and then I'll complain about it. Then I don't
Yeah,
need to
exactly,
bum
yeah.
myself out thinking about
How
how.
they're gonna mess it up.
Yeah, it's just like can't she just be dead? Like I don't know. Of course not. But like,
Yeah, it's
can't
weird,
she?
like-
All right. Aiden Bliss asks, with 4 episodes left for Volume 9, how do you think things are going to wrap up? There's
Well,
no way to
they've been
tell
do-
it's the ever,
They've
Don't
been
get
doing
out.
well so far. So, we're over the halfway point and things are still good. So, that's already speaks volumes compared to past volumes. So, like,
Oh, Volume 6 was pretty good in the first half. And
Yeah,
then
it was.
absolutely disintegrated.
like Ruby,
half,
Ruby is the golden definition of they got us in the first half. I'm not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Perfectly said.
Yeah.
But we're over the half and it's still good. So, we'll see how it goes in 2 days. When
Yeah,
it's
I still
time-
think Batman's reading on it is correct, where he's like, if they gets bad now, then it's gonna have to get like hilariously catastrophically
Yeah.
bad for it to be a bad volume.
If it gets bad enough to make it a bad volume, it will that badness in itself will probably be funny enough to make it not a bad volume. Like,
All right. Archer asks, do you think Jean's plan is to sacrifice himself so that others can go home? Like essentially
We talked about
writing
this in the,
himself
in
out
the-
of the story, like what
Yeah.
happened to Lewis.
They should sacrifice Neo for the love of God. Do that.
yeah, that's what we were
I mean-
talking about in the reaction.
Yeah,
Sacrifice Neo
Why
and all
not
for clones.
both? Why not
Yeah.
both of them?
See, like, again, this is something that me and Raymond talked about in the reaction, is that, like, I kind of want Jean to do, like, the noble sacrifice, and then send, like, one of them up the
It's Little.
the
Send
tree.
Little.
Send Little up the tree. And then they're like, okay, now it's our turn. And then they find out that they need, 3 more sacrifices to
Yeah, that's
get
what I was gonna say,
themselves
like,
out of, yeah.
By the way, just for the audience sake, when we keep saying that, Raymond and I talked about this, Dashie, Britt, and I all had to bow out
Yeah.
before the reaction ended,
Yeah.
which is why, and Fatman and Raymond were the ones who carried it to the end. So
Yeah.
just to clear up that confusion, like we were all there, but
Yeah,
we all
thank
had
you.
to bow out
Yeah.
early.
Yeah. Everybody was there at the start, and then by the end it was
trickled
just me.
down.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ash Barry wants to know. So, is there a younger Jean possibly running around or about to fail in the Ever After? Is there another version of him? I don't think so.
Oh snap!
oh,
No,
God.
that would be really funny if Jean, when he was like waiting, because he saw Crescent Rose fall, and he went to go get Crescent Rose. So what if he had like found himself, and he's like, wait, little Jean, don't pick
What?
that Clockwork Orange from the time.
Little
tree."
Sean.
Little Jean.
I mean, that would actually, if you're going for a Robin Hood reference, that would work just fine.
Yeah.
Raymond
didn't even intend
Zawaldo wants to know, do you think they'll tease White Rose?
Oh, they can only
No.
have one LGBT couple per main character.
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
like that's always been like a
No.
weird consequence of the dynamic that the show establishes with the pairings. It's like fan fiction, you can get away with a lot of things, but when you have it that you have a team of 4 made up of 2 sets of partners, and they both end up becoming romantically intermingled, it seems really like it's not impossible, but it seems weirdly convenient. I don't know how to describe it otherwise. It's like there's something in the brain that triggers like that doesn't make sense. So
Yeah, no,
like-
I made a point a while ago that like they like Rooster kind of hedged its bets on which pairing would be more popular, and they went with Bumblebee.
which
then-
sucks because White Rose is like arguably just like it's been emotionally stronger. We have way more points of interest when it comes to Weiss supporting Ruby. And on top of that, it's like kind of a like they get through their issues after like volume 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So it's like emotionally, it's the healthiest option.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm sitting there, I'm like, alternatively, here's a an oddball for people because a lot of people do ship it. Freezer Burn is an option out there for Weiss and Yang, like, and that's been a relatively supportive relationship too. Like, there are And then like you could have Ladybug, I guess, but you haven't really gotten much for that. Like you get one in volume 1 and then you get one in volume 8. It's kind of missed a window there. But the point stands that any other combination could have been healthy, and they chose the least healthy one because no one's talked about their problems.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that might be intentional just because it's good for the drama, you know.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
I do not think they're going to write this as a drama-filled romance.
No.
I think they presume that all the drama is over.
Sure. Yeah. But, you know, they need to do something for ship drama, and I hope it's make Bumblebee dramatic rather than start shipping White Rose. Like
I feel like they're not gonna commit to White Rose.
Yeah, at this
RWBY's
point,
gonna-
it's more White Knight.
Yeah.
No.
Stop himself. You heard the eee from Tom.
No. In order
Yeah,
for
no.
White,
Me and Tom are on the same parallel here. No.
if for White Knight to happen, I need to hear 2 words out of Jean's mouth. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And
For,
so far, 9 years in, I haven't heard it.
I'm sorry for trying to cosplay Puss in Boots.
I'm sorry I didn't respect your fucking boundaries in Beacon.
The one
pretty
time.
sure there's a
I'm not
panel
asking for
where,
much. I'm not asking for much. But they haven't given it to me yet.
I'm asking for more. I just don't like them as a dynamic.
In another life, with my love for Tsundere characters, I might have gone for it. But
Weiss hasn't been Tsundere since volume
I
fucking 2.
I know, but if in another life,
Go get Isekai'd.
we are. That's the whole point of volume 9.
Yeah, we got Isekai, and we thought we were gonna get a beach episode, and we didn't. That is so lame.
What are you talking about? We woke up on a beach.
Yeah,
There's our
but
beach
you know,
episode.
they didn't have like a volleyball, nothing. Damn.
No.
No
The closest
watermelon.
the closest we got was a dream of topless Ren.
I mean, we do have an official.
Yeah.
We do have an official beach novel at the very least.
Not canon. Nope.
Oh
No,
wait,
it's canon.
Nope,
It's called
that's me.
RWBY. The
That's not on the show. I need to see it. I don't need to read it. God damn it.
Cannon these nuts.
Canon. Yep. Whatever. All right. Union of X asks, does one good scene forgive all the things that have happened with the ship Bumblebee?
not
no.
not entirely.
No.
No.
That's our issue.
I like the scene a lot. I will not say it forgives, the entire show and how they dealt with it.
In fact, it kind of exacerbates it, doesn't it? Like they've never talked about their baggage, and now they're in a relationship. Like
I think what the scene does is prove that they could have written this relationship well the entire time. They just chose not to.
you have cat ears.
Yeah.
They're cute.
Hey, that
You
gets
have
in
a
my
good
pants.
brain.
So whatever. But I'm also
Yeah.
talking about me. Young Kaiser says, how much you want to bet Jean killed a guy? To survive in the past 60 years, probably.
Are you
Probably.
talking about Penny?
No, I think
How much you want to bet?
I think
$1,000,000 right now.
I think
Put it on the table.
I think what they mean is that having been in the Ever After for this many years, like he probably had to kill some people, which I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
John killed Lewis.
Oh, maybe that is the
Villain of
twist.
volume.
Maybe that is the
I don't
twist.
see him killing.
Maybe
John,
look. Maybe
John-
Jean tried. Maybe Jean is the one lying, and Alex didn't poison Jean. And
You
Lewis
know,
with the purple berries.
I consider that a possibility.
I got it. John is gonna try to sacrifice Team RWBY to get out.
Maybe.
Cause he's been to the tree, and now he realized, shit, I need somebody to sacrifice. Like, all right, Team RWBY's here.
This might be a great
Good
way to
twist.
write. This is gonna be a great way to write John out of the story if they do that.
Yeah, like make John a villain at the end. That'd actually
Yeah.
be kind of crazy.
I wanted Jean to be a bad guy back when I was rewriting Volume 1, like during Volume 1 on the Rooster Teeth community site. In text journals that nobody ever read except like fucking that one guy.
I think we all wanted John to be something else.
Yeah.
But a bad guy though, I don't see it.
I don't know. I
It
think
would
they
be
could pull
awesome,
it off.
but I don't see it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not happening. I was just
Yeah.
We could dream, Dashie.
I could dream, Harold.
Scoots asked, "Do you
You are a
think
chair.
Scoots asked, "Do you think Jean is wrong about what the cat's part in Lewis's disappearance? Can the cat be trusted as truly wanting to help?"
oh god no.
I don't think the cat can be trusted at all.
Well, you
I'm
trust the cat.
actually
But-
I'm
but-
more and more convinced that I think the cat is telling the truth. I just think he's selective.
Yeah,
I don't think-
it's the way that he talks. He knows what to say to walk around the truth. It's not necessarily. I don't think he lies. I think he just walks around it.
I don't think he can be trusted, but I also wouldn't rule the possibility that John doesn't know the whole story.
Yeah, like those things aren't mutually exclusive. Like I
Exactly.
think the cat is telling the truth, but also shouldn't be trusted. Like,
Right.
Yeah, I think because now that John has come out and said he thinks what he thinks happened, we can almost guarantee that's not exactly how it went down. He says that he thinks that Alex sacrificed Lewis, but now that he said that, narratively speaking, it's probably not what happened. Something else happened.
Yeah, they got to do the but this is what really happened reveal. What's
Yeah,
what's
look at the
storytelling
twist.
without reveals?
Yeah.
Storytelling? How dare you?
Let me see here. I was gonna ask Raymond to read them because I fucking suck. But anyway,
Cat is
I'm in the middle of playing
discount
Resident Evil
zealous.
4. I can't read.
that's why I stopped. Ass.
I mean,
That's why I
can do
didn't.
it.
Because no, that's
I
more
can-
important
I
than
can-
here.
I can do it if you need me
Sacrifice
to.
himself.
I can do it if you need me to.
Please, I just started getting a freaking
Okay.
headache.
So Young Kaiser asks, what are the central themes of the Bumblebee ship in your mind, or the central ideas that two as a pairing are meant to convey? Kind of getting over like abandonment issues, I guess.
Yeah.
That doesn't
I mean,
matter how many times you abandon your partner; they'll take you back.
Yeah, I mean the idea that they are worthy of love in a healthy way, even though they're not healthy. But I don't know, things like that. I guess is what they're meant to convey. Whether or not they did it right is debatable, but you know. What do you imagine Roman would look like in the Maya engine? Like Roman, but in the Maya engine.
Yeah, we saw the. Yeah, you know, we've seen all the other characters in Maya, so I imagine Roman would look the same.
Yeah, like this
Stupid.
this is fucking rocket science.
Why was that hilarious, Tom?
Bro, it's not rocket science.
Because Tom
it-
can be
it's gotta
Well,
look
you
like
said it.
Roman.
I don't know. My bar is really low right now. So.
Uh,
I mean, damn it, Tom, you might have just said it's a cartoon. Like,
Yeah.
wow, where's the fun in that?
Like a cartoon.
the same energy.
Where's the fun in that? What are the odds of Ruby glossing over Jean killing Penny now?
Oh.
It doesn't seem like they're gonna address it. I could
Okay.
be wrong.
All right.
This volume hasn't impressed me so far.
I'm rolling up my
But-
sleeves. After you, go ahead.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Volume 9 has surprised me, legitimately surprised me so far with how good it's been. So it's entirely possible that that conversation will come up. I don't know how they're gonna fit it in.
All right. So what if? Well, I know the intros are super reliable, right? No. Okay. So in that intro, there's a Ruby that's like all like tweaked out, like like crazy, and a lot of people, oh, that's just Neo, blah blah blah. What if? Okay, they established that Alex lost, like started not trusting, Jean and Lewis. Like she just didn't trust anymore. What if Ruby finds out, instead of, them talking to her, that Jean killed Penny, and that Weiss was hiding it from her, quote unquote hiding it from her. Maybe it wasn't the time to talk about it right now since she's so depressed, but she finds that out, and then she truly is that tweaked out Ruby, like Vex.
Yeah.
Would that be a good, like, she needs to break down type of thing?
First of all, time out. She doesn't know that John killed Penny.
No, they haven't mentioned it. And
And
if
she
they
didn't
did,
even know
they
that
did it
Penny
off
was
screen.
dead. She
In
discovered
episode
that Penny
1
died in episode 1. Like that was That was
Right,
Yeah,
but
that was
does
the
she
whole
know
reason she
it was
passed out.
Jean? Does she know it was
No.
Jean?
I don't.
But Weiss knows.
It
Right.
could away. It could away.
But Weiss knows, and I think Weiss was trying to tell her that.
But she
Yeah,
passed
that's
out.
what-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would be okay if Ruby found out and then like snapped.
I think she knows.
You think she
I
knows?
just think I
Really?
think the direction is weird, but I think it's implied that she knows now how it happened. I think so. I could be wrong, but I just
doubt
think
it.
that I think she knows.
All Weiss said was that John tried to help. I don't know if that means that she basically
Well,
told Ruby.
then she fades out, and
Yeah, she-
Ruby
yeah.
passes out.
And then when she wakes up, she acts like she heard the entire conversation because she responds to something they said like while she was knocked out.
I don't know. I would love for them to talk about it. At this point in the volume,
I have
with
no idea.
everything going on, I don't know if they will. But who the hell knows? Maybe the cat will come in and like try to stir some shit up.
Yeah. That would be a
So
good
you're
way for her to
thinking-
break.
Yeah.
So Dashie, you're thinking, first of all, re-ask the question because I had another point when you asked the question to me. What was the question you asked?
Is that a good way to see Ruby? Because you said that you were happy they were showing like Ruby like gonna get in sweatpants. Like for her to break, would that be a good way to break? Because I don't think she knows.
What be? Oh, you're talking about the? Okay, I think she does. But yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think that would be a good way because it would be like, come on, I would say Ruby, she told me to do it, blah blah blah. It would be weird. I don't like that way of doing it.
I mean, I kind of wanted Ruby to just be so fucking pissed off at Jean for it, and I still kind of do.
No, that would piss me off. This whole damn thing is her fault. She's the one who forgot that Cinder was in the damn show. I mean, come on. Like,
I mean, to be fair, I forgot Cinder was in the show watching Volume 7. And then they got to her, and then they got to the reveal with her, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're still here.
No, this damn character has given them hell the entire damn series. And she's sitting there like, we thought of everything. I was so annoyed by that damn shit, man. How could everybody in that damn room forget that? Oh yeah, the Cinder is here and Watts is here. It's just so contrived and stupid. And they're all surprised when she attacks. It's dumb.
Let's see.
She's a terrible leader.
What? Let's see. Young Tevendra. Young, get a fucking name I can pronounce. Young Tevendros. Yeah, there we go. What are the chances of Jean not being the writer's self-insert character at this point? I mean, look, just because Jean's being slightly better written now.
Yeah, the odds didn't like go up, if that's what you were implying. I don't think they went down either, just because it's been so long. Like,
listen, I had characters that were my self-inserts when I wrote in high school, and I killed all of them off. So, like, that really doesn't say anything.
Yeah. Nothing in this volume changes like the things that we have figured for years.
Yeah.
About Jean.
Yeah, so I don't think that really goes anywhere. Hang on, I'm marking the ones we've got.
Ruby being mad at someone else.
I mean, that would be great. That would be great to see Ruby like legitimately pissed off at a friend.
It would just be
Especially since Ruby and John's friendship is admittedly like one of the better friendships in the whole show.
Sure.
Has Ruby not been mad at anyone? Nuh-uh. She was mad at Uncle Crow for like 2 seconds and threw the bottle.
Ruby needs to say that was cringy. Volume 6. Oh, that was terrible.
Ruby needs to be mad and stay mad for a little bit.
I mean, maybe it was cringy, but it was.
If you think you can hang with us kids, we'll be happy to have you. Like, shut the hell up.
The reconciliation was cringy. The actual anger in like episodes 5 and 6.
Good role models.
That's one of the things I appreciate about Volume 9 is that I'm cringing less at the shit being written.
That's fair. I agree.
I'm genuinely enjoying the writing this volume.
So that means that you actually have cringed this volume?
I only cringed a couple times.
Only a couple times, and it was the main one we've already talked about in the episode 4 reaction. With the whole, did that CL girl ever come back on me for waste? Fuck off.
Oh,
that was a straight up nod to Murder of Birds. Straight up.
Yeah, that still
Straight
doesn't
up.
make it good.
Arnold, you did
Yeah,
this.
yeah, it's
You
weird-
did
it's
this,
weird.
motherfucker.
It's weird that
Yeah.
they would. It's just
Uh.
that was straight up not to him. 'Cause he's the only one on Twitter talking about what the hell is that character. Only one.
Yeah.
So that was straight up not to him.
I mean,
To
there
be fair,
were
we
there
brought
were
it up
nods to
several
my
times.
reviews in Volume 7, so.
Mr. Static, do you think the intro chaining should have been something the show did more of? I think it works for this volume given the nature of everything that's going on. I don't think every intro we've had needed that.
Yeah.
Like like if they did that with Time to Say Goodbye, I don't think it would have worked. But
I wouldn't have even noticed.
Yeah, but this intro, given the nature of this volume, yeah, it works. So, yeah, I mean, I think it would have. I think it works for the situation that we're in. Is the best that I can say it.
I mean, the fact that they changed the volume or the intro in the last episode is weird. That they didn't change it, or that they had the Alex reveal in the intro in episode 1 instead of like holding her off until episode 2.
Wait, they changed the intro?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for John.
I ignored it.
Old
I skipped past it.
John, and I think Lewis was in there too.
Also consideration. X-Ray and Vav season 2 intro, they kept changing, and by the end, I fucking hated it. So, you know what? It's probably for the best they didn't do it the entire time.
Sure, it's a fine line to walk.
It is a really fun line to walk.
I mean, doesn't Chainsaw Man change its outro every single episode?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man.
But that's an.
Oh, do they? I haven't
I
watched.
mean, it's
Chainsaw
not
Man.
like changed. It's like a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Darling and the Franks did that, didn't they? Where like each outro was like a different thing.
Don't remember that from Darling.
I thought I did. I don't know.
Darling.
Well, I
Sorry, wait, that's
stupidly
not
bought the Blu-rays, so I guess I could just look for myself.
I wouldn't call that a bad purchase. Everyone shits on Darling and the Franks. The first 2/3 of it was actually the first 3/4 of it. I think are actually really good.
I don't believe in guilty pleasures, but if they had to, Darling would definitely be one. Let's see. Commissar Garcia. Do you suppose the other 2 relics left would have limitations similar to the knowledge relics of 3 questions every 100 years? Probably.
3
I mean,
destructions every 100 years.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Every power should have a limitation. Like, because if you don't have a limitation, then you're just OP.
The writers have been using the relic of choice to write the show, and they can only make 3 choices every 100 years.
Actually 2, because the first one was already used up before the show even started. So yeah, the idea that Jin's relic could only have 3 questions every 100 years, the fact that Ambrosius relic could only do one thing at a time. Like these are good limitations. It keeps them from being so overpowered that they break the show.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like
can't believe it happened.
I
hate
like
it here.
I always hated that the maidens were hot garbage that could be face rolled by Salem and Mercury and Emerald.
I mean, I've gone off on the maidens more times than I can count. I don't think I need to do that again, but
yeah, it's like at some point I want something in the show to be legitimately overpowered besides the floor.
I wish they had done the opposite direction with the maidens. Instead of making them superheroes, they should have made them like weak and frail, like it was a curse, so that like their keys to the
what they
doors.
did?
Well, no, okay, that's effectively what they did. But like what I'm talking about, like realistically in the show, what they would have done is like, okay, you are now the key to this magic door. You are going to be cursed for the rest of your life with a frail body, kind of like Freya, freaking like bedridden for the rest of your life, or like you're very fragile. You gotta be escorted everywhere because you're so.
She whipped ass when she had to.
Yeah,
you see like that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
So I think that's way more interesting than, I mean, literally anything they've done with the maiden since.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, except she was like old as shit. So
I still think the best moment of like showcasing what the mains are actually capable of is in Volume 7 with Freya. because that was the only point in this entire show where I was like, oh, that's why the mains are seen as so powerful. Okay, I get it now. Took you long enough, but I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a legit. Because her activating her powers is legitimately awesome. Like I'll die on that hill. Let's see. Ruby Rose in the reel says, "Think we'll see anything of Oscar and the Vacuo crew?" I don't think it's going to happen this volume. If it hasn't happened by now, I don't think it's going to. Probably next volume.
Yeah, we'll get a stinger. We'll get a stinger at the end of this episode, this season.
I think
probably.
I think there'll be kind of end credit scene. We'll
Probably,
see, like, the state of Remnant.
So we
No,
all
I want
do
the end
think-
credit scene to be Hawker revealed that he's okay.
Yeah, I
mean, yeah,
still say
we're
he's
on
okay.
agreement.
I still say he's
Oh, so
okay.
you're-
Hold on,
Yeah.
please. I still say he's okay because he was just a copy of the Jabberwock.
The Jabberwocker, yeah.
So what you're saying is you want the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 stinger?
Yes,
Somebody
where
dancing?
it's the dog.
Well, no. So when it shows like the fucking
The guy that
Benicio
was
del
Howard the
Toro.
Duck, right?
Yeah, with Howard the fucking Duck.
Yeah.
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 Who? Hey, remember Howard the Duck came in clutch during Endgame. He was there. There leading the charge was Howard the Duck. Like that man, that
Oh,
duck
okay.
saved all of reality.
Dude, Marvel announces there's a Howard the Duck movie in the works. I know they're out of ideas.
But you know what? I'll be there for that one.
Yeah.
Marvel, no.
Do-
the new
do
Captain
we-
America, no. Howard the Duck, yes.
Do we really want to? Do we really want to endure duck tits again?
Yes. It is worth it. It is worth it.
All right.
No finishing. I love that.
Does that still make you a furry or a feathery? Like what is that?
No.
They're called avians. Dan.
I'm here for the memes. That's all I'm here for.
For
Fatman's
the
here
memes,
for
the
action.
left and the right one. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Ash Barian asks, do you guys think the Black Sun shippers reacted to Bumblebee Kiss like this? And there's a video. Hang on.
That's just somebody screaming really loud.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Probably.
Probably. Here's the thing. I feel like people forgot that Sun's whole thing wasn't that he was trying to get in Blake's pants. He was just trying to help.
Yeah, Sun was like a legitimate like
Sun was a good guy, a dude. Like he wasn't like one of those dude bros who's like oh, I'm friend zone, boo hoo. He was just like, hey, as long as I can help out, man, I'm just happy to be included.
Yeah, he was like,
Like-
happy. He was like, yeah, man.
Yeah, like if anything, honestly, I feel like the people who kind of push Black Sun in the degree that they do, kind of do the character an injustice by doing it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Sun was a sexual predator. What you guys talking about?
What? What? Okay, all right, clear the fucking. All right, everybody, shut the fuck up. Everybody, shut. All right, Vexifer, go. What?
I mean, I'm the only person that saw what's going on here. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Explain.
I mean, yeah, he was a creep following her around in Volume 4, but
I mean,
like,
that's not even half of it. I mean,
he flirts with her in Volume 1, even though she's not having it. But like, he didn't know she wasn't having it until after he flirted with her in Volume 1.
Here's the thing: even though he flirts, like he's still like,
Yeah.
It's like. It's good intentions because like he's still like I'm doing this because I want to help you out, not because I want to like bend you over the table.
Exactly.
I mean,
like
the-
I
the-
flirt
like-
with everyone. That doesn't mean I don't have time.
I mean, the
for
dude was
everything.
getting slapped. He kept getting slapped, and he would come back for more every time.
Yeah, because yeah, exactly. Like he just wants to help out.
Yeah,
He
like
enjoys the pain.
as much as I think you could have done the second arc of the show without him, I do still appreciate that they kind of kept that consistent about him.
Well, yeah, okay. If Sun is a masochist and that's how he's getting his jollies off, then that gives a very different read on the character, which I'm here for it.
Yeah. All right. JJ21.
How do you feel that Volume 9 seems to be RT fixing RWBY? They seem to be addressing every single criticism they can find at shotgun speed, meta upon meta upon meta, speed running character development, stopping the plot completely to do so. Is it an admission they can't marry these characters to the story they're telling? You mean like every volume since Volume 5? Like,
I mean,
they've been doing that meta shit for the last like 4 volumes.
Let's tell you why this volume is doing well. Because it left Remnant. Simple.
Yes.
Yes.
Honestly, yeah.
The established world is gone, so they can do whatever they want now. So it's to start with a fresh slate. So they can, and it's a fairy tale land, so anything kind of goes. You know, you don't really question anything. You don't really have to think about stuff because it's a fairy tale. Once they return back, you're like, oh my god, what happened? What happened to that good volume? Because they're back on Remnant, and the world they built has now returned. You have to consider all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I said in Volume 6, that Volume 6 worked despite the fact that Salem, Cinder, and the rest of their group had absolutely nothing to do with anything that was happening in it. And this is the same thing. Volume 9 is working because we've completely abandoned the main story.
Yeah. Does it work despite that or because of that? I think because.
Yes.
Because.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. I gotta mark this scene. Our good friend the Floof asks, do you have any predictions for the next 4 episodes? If so, what's one thing you'd like to see?
Oh god, we're coming up on the last 4 episodes.
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit, what's the meme gonna be?
I mean, I guess I don't know. Fuck.
Oh no. Oh, what do the last 4 episodes of Volume 9 have in store for us?
Who knows?
I don't know, man. I imagine that. What haven't we done? All right, from the intro, what haven't we done yet?
Neo's entire gang of
Neo.
Okay, then that's what
exactly
then that's what we're gonna deal with.
Going to happen to Neo? What is going to happen?
If
I just
if Neo
smashed
makes
my
it
head
out
against the
of
back of my wall.
Ever After, this volume goes straight to the bottom.
No, I
If
think
Neo makes out of Ever After, I'm done with this volume. It sucks. Is the worst.
Okay, well, okay. I'm glad we have your
clap
strong
for
opinion
reading
there.
that straight, Tom. Thank you, Aiden. I'm
Thank you,
assuming
thank
that's for the sun. I'm assuming that's for the sun thing, but I'm not sure. I feel like this has to be where they end Neo. It has to be because you don't need her. You don't need her. Like we have enough to deal with. We don't need Neo. So I think we should resolve the Neo storyline. Maybe have her find the ghost of Roman and get their freak on. Get their freak on forever in the ever after. To the end of their days.
Especially where she belongs.
Yeah, no, it is. I feel like Jean, you can go back and forth on whether this is going to be the end of his story or not, but this has to be the end of Neo's. It has to be.
Agreed.
You can't keep doing this. Like Neo, I get it. Neo's a fun character. She has a cool semblance. She has a cool fighting style. You don't need her.
Yeah.
You don't need her, and the story would be better off for her exclusion.
So she needs to die and she needs to stay here.
Not even die.
Yes,
just
one of the two.
I don't care about dying. Like I just think if she stayed in the ever after, I think that'd probably be the best solution for her.
I mean, they need a sacrifice to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not going to sacrifice, then she can chill there.
Yeah, no, if Neo ends up either A, being redeemed, or B, making her way back to Remnant, I'm going to be severely disappointed.
A redemption would
please.
be really annoying.
Yes.
But, at the same time, maybe she wants to kill Cinder. I don't know. Yeah, I said this a while back.
Does she?
If Cinder gets trapped in the Ever After with Neo, that would be a fitting end for both characters.
Yeah.
So I have this thing when I'm writing. I rarely, if ever, do redemptions. If you because I in my mind, the villain has committed to their course. Once they've committed, there's no going back.
Well, that's why you only really offer redemptions to people who are misled or who are it's a dedicated villain is not going to necessarily redeem themselves unless somehow the circumstances have changed. This guy, a warlord who goes out seeking a dark evil magic to fight back against his oppressors or something like that. His people are being overthrown. He becomes a dark warlord to fight back against it. And then all of a sudden that's cleared and he's lost to it. And people stop him dude, you fixed enough. You fixed everything. You're good.
Stop fixing things.
Stop it. You're going too far and defeat him. And then in the next story arc is oh, yeah, no, I got to make up for this. I did some horrible things in order to achieve my goal.
Yeah.
You can do that, but it's very difficult.
To bring in the obvious example, Zuko.
Yeah.
Zuko had a phenomenal arc that has not really been repeated.
It's been
Because
tried
because
a lot.
I think people missed the point of what made Zuko's arc so good.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that like has everyone here seen like Arcane or care about Arcane?
I have not, but I have no particular interest in watching it, so
Okay.
go for it.
It's like Jinx.
Spoilers for Arcane out there if anybody
Yeah.
cares.
Yeah, it's like Jinx and Arcane. Like up through, I mean, she has routes to redemption all throughout that show. You could easily see different routes for her to redeem herself, but she keeps digging herself deeper and deeper holes. And now at the end of the season, I don't think there's really a like. She is on the cusp of irredeemable. Like she's done some horrible shit. She did one massively horrible thing at the end of the season. I think she could theoretically be pulled back from that, but that's like a 1% chance. And I think 99% chance she's gone full down the rabbit hole of villainy.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
also like mental illness too. Like, get her a Prozac. I don't know.
Here's-
I've kind of a question. So, can you guys think of an example of a bad guy who's not necessarily redeemed, but more so that the heroes or the protagonists start seeing things from the villain's perspective, which kind of like functions as a
Redemption.
redemption, where it's not necessarily like the villain changes anything about themselves, but that the heroes see that this like villain character was actually right the whole time.
Killmonger and Black Panther.
Well, so I'm actually in the middle of writing of writing a trilogy right now.
Thanos.
Where like the current iteration of the characters had a reincarnation. I use the term loosely. It's a little more complicated than that, but I'm not going to get too into it right now. But there was a war that went on their home planet, and the villains are saying, well, it was your fault, that we had to do this. And then basically once you finally understand the past, you realize, oh shit, it really was their fault. Like this wouldn't have happened if they hadn't done these things. So yeah, no, you could definitely do a situation like that.
Yeah. The one that's coming to mind most recently, because it's fresh from my mind, is in the series Slayers, which actually I highly recommend to you, Dashie. I think you would really enjoy the series
Slayers? The anime?
Slayers. The anime. The Slayers. It's technically
Slayers,
called,
okay.
but everyone calls it Slayers.
Okay.
And there's an antagonist in the third season who looks like to be the big bad of the season. But when they talk to him, basically when they finally get some things cleared up, he's like, yeah, no. Okay, so yes, I'm trying to summon a dark god to your world. But the reason I'm trying to do that is because my world was already destroyed by that guy. And by bringing him here, we have the ability to possibly destroy him forever because of how the rules of the universe work. Basically, because of just how everything lines up, if we bring him here, we could possibly end his entire existence and just end him destroying shit, period. And we can rebuild my world in the aftermath of this. We don't have to worry about threat from him ever again. And the problem is, with his plan, it comes really close to ending the world that our main characters are in. So they're like, we really don't like anything about this plan. You don't really need to do this in our place, do you? Not in our backyard, guys. So it's that's, and they actually for a time team up with him, and then they go back and forth because different variables change between different antagonists. It's a very dynamic season when it comes down to antagonists and protagonists. It's very good. Slayers is one of those series that starts a little bit rough, but really it gets good, and it's kind of it has similar humor to Konosuba.
Really? Oh, okay. Now I'm interested.
It's not quite as laugh a minute as Konosuba. It gets a little more serious than Konosuba, but it feels to me very much in the same vein.
Oh, my curiosity has now.
And
you have my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
Is it Christina Martinez? The voice actress, Tom.
Christina Martinez.
No, Christina. Is there an actress that has a Christina something?
There's Christina V, who does Robin.
No.
You know what? Hang on. You know what? There's a very easy solution.
But I think one of the OVA series, the main character has two different voice actresses, one for the OVA and one for the actual anime. It's weirdly consistent in that way. Highly recommend.
I'm pulling up the wiki right now.
All right,
so I can
Fatman,
take a look.
that was your question. Do you have an example?
Cynthia Martinez. Cynthia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that actress.
Yeah, I believe
I'm
it's one of
trying
her
to
earliest roles
Yeah.
is Lena Inverse from Slayer.
You good?
Yeah, she's done a few things. She's done quite a few things actually. Among them, one of
Fatman?
my most hated shows.
yeah,
but we're not gonna get into that.
I don't actually have an example I was asking, but yeah, like Killmonger is actually a really good example of that. That I'm surprised I didn't remember because yeah, he was the best part of that movie. I think Floof brought up one of the characters from.
Speaking of
Utna.
Floof, he just said Among Us, and I'm like, you know what? We should do it Among Us. What?
No,
dude,
Tom. I know you're drinking a lot. Shut up. People are trying to talk.
I've been saying for a while, like we should all just do it Among Us stream one of these days.
Cool. Fatman, you're saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am drunk though. So.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, Floof mentioned a character from Utna, which I assume was a response to my question. Gotta fucking watch Utna.
I mean, it's Floof. He always mentions a character from Utna.
Always,
yeah, it's true. But if Utna has one of those characters that I was thinking about, then I think that's just another reason to bump it higher up the list.
All right. So that was Floof's last question we had. Ashbarian again asks Isaac, it's okay, buddy. You don't have to cry. Ashbarian again asks if Team RWBY and Jean exit the Ever After in the finale and land in the dystopia Mad Max future of Vacuo. Do you expect them to use the time fruit to send them back to the end of Volume 8? If that's how they end up doing it, I'm gonna be so pissed.
That'd be so stupid.
If they go back to the end of Volume 8, I will fucking flip my shit.
But won't they see themselves
go-
though?
I will not throw my laptop because this is a very expensive laptop, and it's
Right?
doing very
I mean, why stop there? Just go all the way
it's the
back to
only
the start of the damn
laptop
show.
I've had where I haven't had any hard drive issues. But I will be very mad
Vex.
if they.
What'd you say, Vex?
I mean, why stop at there? You might as well go all the way back to the start of the damn show and like, it was
Exactly.
Osmond. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'd be down for that one if I'm being honest. I love that kind of shit. Going back to the very beginning of the series and like just trying.
That might actually kind of be cool if executed well. That would.
Yeah, if executed well, like that's yeah.
Do they not see themselves there?
They might. I don't know.
Well, no, it might
they-
just
they
like
just-
it could just shunt their brains into like their bodies at that time.
So they go back there, they kill themselves from then.
Basically, yeah,
This
you
is
replace
stupid.
yourself.
Gotta
Like,
replace myself. They could just hide from themselves, you know? It's
they go-
like
Yeah,
They
okay.
go
They,
back. And,
like
they go back
RWBY
in-
season 3.
it's
they go
called
back in time-
Ascension. Yeah.
They go back in time to Salem's Tower. They're like, "No, our fire warning shot. This is an M32 grenade launcher. Potato. Just fire the warning shot." And then they blow up the tower.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that was the big suggestion is like the time travel thing. You go back in time, kill Salem before she becomes immortal. Problem solved. Everything's good.
Fingers crossed, right?
Let Ozpin die.
Yeah, somebody give him an antibiotic or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him some Robitussin, right? That's what you said.
You know, a knife is cheaper.
That is what I said.
Yeah.
All right. JJ is back again. This is a question for you, Raymond. Being a big time travel fan, is Jean a bootstrap paradox?
No, because the story itself was not told accurately. Whoever got out, Alex or Lewis, they obviously did not tell an accurate version of events. So John, considering himself the Rusted Knight, one thing that he said is events did not play out like I assumed. So either things in the original timeline did play out, it did play out as they were told in the story, and John was a changed variable, or more possibly is that whoever went back there lied, and it's just a self-sealing time paradox. It's a self-sealing time.
The book is bullshit. Yeah.
And I
The
think
editors and the publishers were like, "Oh, you got to change this Rusted Knight character."
and that's why I like the theory is that Lewis wrote himself out of the story to make his sister seem better.
Yeah.
To make his sister seem better. Like I like that because it speaks to both their characters in some way that he's trying to remember her fondly.
It's like in Supernatural where they realize that the Bible is bullshit, and that nothing in it is actually accurate.
I like that. I actually like that a lot. Like he gets out and he writes the book and make her look like the better person.
I do like that scenario. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like like it's like a eulogy, right? Like that's how he's paying his respects.
Yeah.
Writing the story as if she didn't like fall apart in the ever after.
JJ also asked, and this is for everybody, why do you think the ever after? Sorry, I have a baby screaming in the background. Why do you think the ever after is necessary? If you have to leave your story to tell your story, then why did you write it at all? That, you know what, JJ, that's a very legitimate question.
Gotta drag these volumes out, man.
Yeah, like why did we have to abandon the main story in order for the writing to get this good again?
Hey, they planned it out, and that in itself makes it okay, right? That's how writing works. If you decide, unless you like accidentally write something, it's good. That's how people judge writing, right?
Okay, somebody else is doing the Dashie's doing the reactions now. So sorry, the little emote things, whatever. Isaac, buddy, it's okay. You don't have to.
Aiden asked if it's time for it to exist, what would a tax do? A tax fruit do?
It would get the IRS brought down on you. because they'll try to find some insignificant thing to audit you on.
No, it gives you more time than April 15th. Yeah.
I did my taxes earlier this year, so I don't know, but yeah, no, it is kind of shit that they.
Oh God,
the IRS is bullshit.
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking
all in
pissed off
agreement
about
there.
my taxes. Like, I just found out that you can't invest your savings. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what?
Can't invest your savings. What?
Yeah, you can only invest money that you declared as income in the year you invested it. You can't invest your savings.
You can't.
That's so
what?
much fucking bullshit.
What?
I know. I am fucking livid.
So grandma leaves you, I don't know, by a certain amount of money, and you want to put it in, I don't know, Apple. You can't do that.
You have to you get double taxed on it.
That's
Like unless
bullshit.
yeah. Cuz like I invested money that I have made like over the course of, my whole earnings, on YouTube and Patreon, whatever, and I invested all that this year, but I didn't actually, earn that much this year. And they were like, "Oh, you invested more than your declared income, so you have to pay taxes on it." And I'm like, "But I was taxed on that fucking last year. Like I was taxed on that
makes
the
no
year
sense.
I earned it, and I have to double tax because I invested it." I am like as pissed off as I've ever been in my life.
You need a tax fruit. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, I need the tax fruit.
Union of X says, has Jean gone mad? That's
Possibly. I think it's a very likely scenario that he's lost his mind. When you're alone, separated from everything you've ever known and loved for that long, or however long it's been, that's gonna drive you fucking nuts.
Look, that volleyball, it starts looking real inviting. All right.
We didn't see any red wigs on the fruit in John's hut, so I think
haven't
he's still got a
seen him
little
yet.
bit of sanity left in him.
Maybe, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he's just completely lost it.
Well, look, we
Like,
all know he
hope,
married
all
Juniper.
sanity, all of it.
We all know that Juniper's actually his wife.
Oh no!
Juniper's
we're not bringing
adorable.
bestiality into
Oh my
this.
God.
We have enough bestiality with Yang and Blake. We don't need to do any more bestiality with John and Juniper.
And Ruby and Little, don't forget about that ship.
Wait, what?
What?
Who is shipping those two?
No.
I will kill them.
No.
Look, I know the shipping for this show is kind of insane, but Ruby and Little?
I like how the Jean and Juniper ship was like, yeah, whatever, and then the Ruby and Little ship was like, what? No.
Listen. Have you seen the shipping chart for this show?
Oh, yeah.
Anything is
Artists.
possible.
Don't give the artists any ideas because they'll run with that little.
They already have
Ruby.
their ideas.
They already have.
I'm
their
not the
ideas.
one giving them ideas.
How does that even
Oh,
work?
God.
It's like, baby, go get the paper towel tube. Like, fuck. How does that,
Oh my
how
God.
does that
Okay.
work?
All right. So
Crawling
fun
up the
story.
Dodge.
Fun story. So in high school, we had
Don't
a teacher
explain
that
how it
was
works.
teaching.
Are you explaining how it
No.
works? Instead, I want to know. All right.
I might be explaining how it works. We had a teacher that was talking about freaking Gulliver's Travels. That was it. And how he runs across the Lilliputians, all the small people, and how some of the Lilliputians were really hot for Gulliver. And there was a kid in the class that asked, like, how does that even work? And the teacher just went, he mimed licking his arms and then just sliding down a ball.
He mimed licking his arms and what?
He was like they would just lick their arms and then just slide down. They
Oh
were like
my
that.
god.
Oh,
And it was the funniest goddamn thing I ever heard. It was almost as hilarious as like our fucking like life teacher that we had a class called life that taught us about the fucking windmill sex position.
Oh.
I went to a Catholic boys' school, for the record. We had fun there.
I went to a Catholic school, but not in all boys. Oh God.
Oh, we talked about crazy shit at that school. It was great.
All right. Next question by Mr. Static. How do you feel about the music so far? I'm digging it.
Yes, me too.
Music has been good,
It's because it's different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not just the same shit we've been getting for 8 volumes. Like there's a different, there's different feel, a different tone, a different all of it to it, and I love it.
Yeah. It's different, but it's still.
It's different,
still
but still
Casey,
RWBY
and it's
somehow.
like nice.
Yeah.
It feels homey.
Yeah. It's just after 8 seasons of heavy metal shit, I am digging the new vibe. Like I feel like Jeff retired at the right time.
I feel like Jeff should have retired sooner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Around
Jeff
volume
should've retired
6, I would.
for
Around
yeah.
volume 6, I would have been okay with him retiring.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go get my child real quick because he's freaking out, and I'm gonna see if he needs a diaper change. I'll be right back.
All right.
Scoot says, do you think it's possible that Alex ascended into Juniper the Jackalope, assuming Lewis is the one who escaped?
No, I feel like Juniper doesn't play that big of a role in things.
Yeah, and I don't think it would be Alex.
I think Juniper is just John's mount. I think
That would be.
Mm.
I mean, that would be weirder than Alex being little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Alex turns out to be little, my only issue with it is that's really coincidental that RWBY ran into little.
Maybe Alex is all the mice. Maybe the entire mouse tribe is like every different aspect of Alex's personality.
I could be.
Alex is a tree.
Ooh.
Man,
yeah,
Alex got jilted in the school play.
Yeah, no. If you sacrifice someone to the tree, they become the tree.
Oh yeah, that can actually work. I thought I was being a jackass, but yeah, that actually could work.
Damn. Pretty good.
I swear to God.
No, you want to do a 100% speed run on that. Like you don't want to skip steps in the diaper change speed run.
All right, I was just trying to keep moving on here. I'm gonna finish the questions, and then I might need to mute Tom though.
Alex ascended to Juniper. I think Alex ascended to Little. I like that theory better.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like John would have known if he was riding around on Alex the whole time. Like I feel like that.
Please
also
never
has
phrase it like that ever again.
Oh, listen, I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Shh. It's okay, Isaac. It's okay.
It's okay, Isaac. It's just RWBY. Actually, no, wait. The
Okay,
screaming's
baby.
rational.
Oh, hey, baby boy. It's okay. It's
God
okay.
damn it, Archer! You gotta make me read something long.
Hey, let me pull it up.
I don't know. I'm gonna fucking try, but I am. Would you be upset if John's age and isolation in the ever after was reset, and it turned out that his current
Yes.
situation was simply
Yes.
all a vehicle to explore and address some of his previous issues and character flaws at their most extreme? Seeing as this volume is meant to be about healing, I have a hard time seeing Jean leave the ever after in a worse place than he was when he came
It's
into.
okay, baby boy. It's okay.
Sorry.
I would be extremely upset if it was reset because I feel like that would undo a lot of whatever he's gone through. The situation is leaving exploring this. I don't know. It'd be nice. Hold on, I gotta figure out what's going on. I'll be right back.
Anybody else have a thing to say about that besides yes?
I mean, like, I really like Star versus the Forces of Evil, and that happened to Marco when he went to like an alternate realm where time was sped up, and like he lived there for 30 years, and then he came back and remained young. And a lot of people a lot of people who don't like Star criticize that as being like, they just like undid like that character arc, but it's like they didn't really. He still has all that experience.
I was just about to
No,
ask that.
he
Okay,
still
as
has
long
the
as he keeps
experience,
the
yeah.
experience, then yeah.
Yeah. It just undoes the physical age on his body.
The problem I have with this show is that once writers see John back to normal, they're gonna forget all that we experienced. So I'd rather him just stay old. Yeah, so I'd rather him stay old. To like, oh yeah, we wrote a character that aged, and now we have to write it that way. So I figure if he goes back and he reverts back to being younger, they'll kind of like forget all the shit he experienced, and it will get back to old John. So that's why I want him to stay old when he gets back.
Sure, yeah.
Like, all right. So, mind and body, you want it old.
Yes.
Yeah, I want mind and body old too.
Yeah, I just keep John the way he is. It's right now. I think that's just the smartest move.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they don't necessarily have to fuck it up if they revert his age back to being young.
Yeah. All right. So Valentinian. Valentine. What do you think about the Abyss itself, and how would Alex gain access to it?
The Abyss.
I don't know.
I love that movie.
What's the Abyss?
James Cameron.
Yeah,
before Avatar.
Oh, that is one of his best movies. I will buy it.
But yeah, no, I
Give us the damn Blu-ray release, Fox.
I take it the Abyss is the way home. Yeah.
I guess. Did they mention something called the Abyss?
I never heard of this. So.
I don't recall if they mentioned an Abyss.
But of course, we do talk over these episodes, so I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll
we're
read
watching
that one
this
for the
episode.
comments. Yeah, I know. I mean, I rewatched this one when I was editing, so who knows, right? We'll see, won't we?
All right.
The comments will clarify.
Yeah. No, but for real, I want a Blu-ray of The Abyss.
Yes, we all.
It's a great fucking movie, dude.
It is.
Yeah.
Don't
I mean,
Ashbarian wants to know.
So what if Ed Harris refuses to admit it exists because he was so traumatized by it? It's still a good movie.
What does Ashbarian want to know?
He wants to know. Also, I'm just trying to finish these questions up, and I think we're gonna be done for this stream. Do you guys think Jean cut the cat in half after he woke up and realized what had happened to Alex and Lewis, and that's why the cat has two halves? No,
I think he's just the Cheshire Cat, and that's why. Because the Cheshire Cat is kind of a fucking weird entity, and this cat is based off him.
I think it would be funny if Jean like got pissed at the cat and then cut him in half, and then like the cat like did this overly dramatic floppy death scene, and then just got back up and reconnected himself, and he was like, I hope that makes you feel better.
Yeah, I should be down for that.
Do you think the cat volunteered to be his punching bag for a while after the Alex thing?
I mean, we don't actually know how resistant the cat is to damage. Like, it can pop in half and stuff, but maybe it can still get hurt.
I mean, he was scared to death of the Jabberwocker, so I think, yeah, he will. He can die.
Well, but the Jabberwocker could kill anything, right?
He was just faking it.
I got better.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I would like to see how the cat responds to physical damage. That would be nice.
You sick bastard. take that out of context. You put it everywhere. I like to see how the cat responds to physical damage.
Well, I mean, we know how
the
cat responds. The cat came back the very next day.
Looney Tunes says, do you think, I think we already talked about this, you think they could take one of those clock fruits back and travel millions of years in the past before Salem came immortal? We said hopefully hell no, so.
Yeah, well, the clock rewinds when they pick it, So I don't think they could actually take one of them
And like
back
use it
to
for later.
Remnant. Yeah, I think they would have to make the decision to go back in time before they leave.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
It's not like they could. It's not like you could use it as like a grenade and be like, "Time out," and then throw
They
it.
picked it. They picked it, and he had to break it. What if he takes that broken one and has us or whoever
Seeds?
works on clocks fix it, and it starts again?
Oh, that would give Pietro something to do.
Right.
Or give it to
Who?
CL. That,
Oh,
you can bring
God,
it back, give it to
CL. Jesus Christ. All right, Isa. Hello, Isa.
Hi, Isa.
For everyone, is it worth coming back to RWBY after trying to get away from it? That's for Tom, not everyone.
I mean, it really depends on your stance on things. Like, if you think it's really like it's a question you have to ask yourself, not ask us.
Good. If you watched like
Ow! Okay,
6,
this is again, I
7,
hit
and
my head.
8, and then like didn't watch 9, I don't know. 9 is better. It is better than any other volume in the show.
Yeah.
But like, it's it's better mostly because of how different it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that watching volume 9 would necessarily like drag you back into the, because like you can avoid the fandom culture of it and watch volume 9. I think it's enjoyable on its own.
It's interesting because like half of my comments on my latest RWBY videos, they say, "Oh, Vex, I stopped watching RWBY back in volume 5 or 6 or 7." Like different people have stopped watching and they still come back to my videos.
Yeah.
So if I were to tell them, "Oh, you need to catch up," they would have to watch 6, 7,
Yeah.
and 8, and I hate those volumes. So I can't
I
in good
mean,
conscience say, "Oh yeah, catch up, man." You know?
A lot of,
No,
I mean, a lot of people have
don't
been falling
catch
off.
up. Don't
Yeah.
catch up. But if you've already seen, if you're already caught up and you got out of it in volume 9, maybe give volume 9 a shot.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
catch
fair.
up, catch down.
Yes, catch.
I mean, a lot of people have fallen out of the show. I mean, even
Don't
among
catch
the
up
critics.
mustard.
Even among the critic group, like there's not many of us left these days.
Yeah.
You relish in that joke, don't you?
Yeah, nicely done there. I see.
Thank you. Last couple of questions here. Edelweiss. For the entire group, what do you think of Ruby's uncertainty in her identity being reflected in her refusal to pick up Crescent Rose when Sean returns it to her? Yeah, I was so upset that she didn't pick it up. We were
Well,
just talking
I
about
thi-
how important Crescent Rose is, and then she's like, blah.
Crescent Rose has always been a very important part of her identity. Like she even says it in like
Right.
the second or third episode. Like it's a part of ourselves.
Right.
So like she has relied on Crescent Rose extensively throughout this entire show to try to get the outcome that she wants. But now she's in this point where she has no idea what the fuck she wants. She has no idea what the fuck she's gonna do. She has no idea what she should do. So right now, Crescent Rose represents something of her past that she's not sure she even wants anymore.
She wants
So,
sweatpants and Cheetos is what she wants.
Tom is 100% correct. Like the moment she decides to pick up that weapon is when she decides, I want to be Ruby Rose. I want to push forward.
Right.
So that's why she's avoiding. Even there's that weird music cue as well. I think that ties into the lady with the hammer. That chick. Yeah, that's what's going on there.
If we're going with what Little said, where a name identifies a purpose, then Ruby's purpose is trying to figure out who Ruby Rose really is.
I thought her purpose was to rise.
We will rise.
But
through
yeah,
the darkness and the flames through the. Sorry.
when I was rewatching the episode during the editing process, I noticed something I didn't notice while we were watching it the first time. Is that there's kind of this like effect, like this kind of like dark tendrily effect when Ruby opens the box and sees Crescent Rose for the first time. And yeah, she's gonna have some stuff to deal with.
Yeah.
It's tied to the lady with the weapons and on the wall and all that. Her mom's weapon. And,
I think she's gonna see the blacksmith lady again, and she's going to have to decide whether she picks up the battle axe or the scythe.
One of the things that was raised actually that we never really addressed at any point was that Little openly identified themselves as Ruby's guide like that was their purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And people are pointing out, like, remember how purposes have power. So it's
Right.
like, oh, did Little just do a fucky wucky with that?
How?
Is Little aware that she did a fucky walkie?
Yeah, it's like
because Little's kind of brain dead.
because remember, like the whole thing, like how does one Little? Now it's I guide. It's like, oh, you've defined yourself now. Like and apparently that has power in this setting.
Yeah.
All right. And
Having
as
a
a
purpose,
follow-up
yeah.
question from Middleweiss, do you think Ruby is leaving the Ever After as herself, or are we in for some sort of hard reset in our primary protagonist?
Hard reset? I don't think a reset.
I would like that.
Not a complete
That would probably
reset.
be the best case scenario if Ruby like broke down and completely changed into a different person.
I want
Because like
that, yeah.
she's
That's what I want. Yeah.
Well, hold on. The whole point of this
Well-
was the simple, most honest soul. So, at her core, she needs to retain that in order for the story to kind of make sense.
Well,
You keep
what
coming
you're
back to
looking to
that. I
watch.
don't think that's as important as you want to say.
well,
It's like it's more of a thematic thing.
it turns out the entire time it was about Little. Little's the key. The simple, more honest soul. And I think, Fatman, you were still saying something.
Oh, well, in that case.
I probably was, but it probably doesn't matter. Yeah, she could reset. Her arc has been kind of, non-existent.
That's
So-
exactly the word I was going to use.
To just straight up completely undo all of that, like just hit like the reset button on nothing and just like, oh, we have a different person for you. I would love to see how that would affect anything.
Yeah.
I mean, can you think of a show where the main protagonist like just turned into a different person halfway
Doctor
through?
Who.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's not fair. Doctor
Yeah.
Who, Doctor Who literally changes actors every so often.
Yeah.
Foss. From
Who?
Foss from
Oh yeah, Foss for
Land of
Light.
Lustrous.
from
Sure.
Land of
Yeah.
Lustrous.
All right.
Wait, Fossum who?
Land of Lustrous.
Land of Lustrous. Yeah. All
Oh,
right.
right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Foss changes herself depending on what body, like, how much
Yeah.
herself she's lost.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I basically want Ruby to become Foss. That's.
She's got to go
Ha-
through some shit.
I need to
Have-
revisit Land of Lustrous.
I wish it got a second season, but we're getting Trigun Stampede, which I've only seen 5 episodes.
Well, there
of,
should be enough anime by now that they can probably pull off a second season, right?
You mean manga?
I think the manga's getting close
Manga,
to finish, but
whatever.
it's like paused at the very end. No one knows when it's going to continue.
Oh,
Dang.
fuck. Okay.
Now I was going to get into the whole Little thing and the smaller, more honest soul, or what is it? Simple, more honest soul.
The simple, more honest soul is what our good friend, our good friend Ospen
The
said.
simp.
Okay, so
That's it.
I don't know why I keep going back to this. I still think the blacksmith was talking to Little when they said you have a heavy task upon you. It's something Little is the key somewhere. I'm telling you. Well, Little's not very honest. I mean, they steal, or no, they take things when people aren't looking. So
Yeah.
maybe not honest. All right. All right, you guys. I think for this episode, we be good. We've been here for like 7 hours now. No, I don't know how long.
Been here for a
about
while.
3 hours.
3 hours,
Yeah.
4 hours,
Yeah.
something like that.
Unless you guys have any last, thoughts or theories. or
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that.
I was sad that I missed the whole discussion on Sun because I was in the bathroom and I couldn't
Oh,
really
yeah.
chime in. I have a completely different perspective on Sun because the second book ruined him.
That's the one book of E.C. Myers that I haven't read yet.
Yeah, no, he's an asshole.
fuck.
Sun's an asshole. He wants to help to such a degree that he basically neglects everything else, including his friends. Like,
I mean, yes.
it's a compulsion to do good, but he's completely unable. Like, I always thought he was much more self-aware and much more like aware of other people's feelings and considerations. No, that's not the case. He only helped out Blake because he was basically taking pity on her because he thought, oh, you need help. He wasn't
Oh
thinking like
fuck!
like when you understand that mindset of his, it was like now. Admittedly, it has been a while since I've read it, but from what I remember, it was such just like a disenfranchising
I need to
perspective
read
on
that
it.
book now so I can figure out what the fuck's going on.
Lame.
Yeah.
Thank God it's not canon for me then. Woo!
Yeah, I know. It doesn't count.
Right, Ninja? Woo!
I mean, it'll be canon when we get to Vacuo and realize that everything that.
No, he's
Coffee
gone.
is-
He's gone through a sort of character arc. It's resolved now, but like the thing it implies about him and his whole relationship with Blake, it wasn't healthy, man. I hate it.
That actually makes me feel worse for the Black Sun fans. Oh,
Yeah.
This is what you guys had.
You need a T-shirt that's like, I read a book and all I got was a ruined son.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh,
All right, that's my last chime. Go ahead for it.
So, I guess until next stream, not sure when that is. That was up to Fatman. And for today, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. Vex, fucking love you. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, you get to do that again next time. And get all up in there. Get angrier. For some reason, you were really tame today. I wanted to slap
was
you
I?
around a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, like if we need more.
I mean, there's not much to get angry at right now.
That was
I mean,
obviously
I
I'm
haven't-
not. I'm being. I'm being.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, guys. Until the next one, then. All right, we'll see you on when things happening. Who knows? Fatman, no pressure, but his is coming up soon.
I get my reaction out.
Episode.
Don't worry about it.
Well, apparently, Barbara and Aaron have said they will watch every single reaction of episode 6. So
Oh, nice.
if we want to get our thoughts out to the RWBY, this is our best chance.
Episode.
So
6.
no pressure or anything.
Man.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. We were reasonably positive on it.
Yeah, I thought we were fine
Yeah,
on
I
it.
think we should.
We've been fine on this whole volume, really.
Yeah.
So.
Better
really-
than any of the previous ones.
Not really. Yeah, like we haven't really given them much of a reason to complain about us. So
But there's still time.
There's still
there's still time.
Yeah.
And listen, when we say the volume's good, we're not endorsing Rooster Teeth. Like the company could get pushed into a porta potty and rolled down the hill tomorrow, and we wouldn't.
Yeah, I
care.
fired all their animators. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck those guys. But the volume being good and Rooster Teeth being shit.
All right, I gotta stop all of you. I'm freaking hungry. I've been hungry for like 10
All right.
fucking hours.
Yeah, I'm
at
very
you.
I'm like 3 or
Mwah.
4.
Mwah.
three
Yes,
or
we
four
get it. You're
glasses.
drunk. We get it.
Yes.
We've gotten it.
Okay. Bye.
Tom's a chatty
Tom,
drunk.
he sure is. Guys,
I
we
am
love
the-
you.
Listen,
See you in the
listen,
next one.
I am
Say
the
bye-bye.
friendliest drunk
Say
you'll ever
bye-bye.
know.
All right, then say bye-bye. Goodbye.